Aero-News Network's coverage of the 66th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from Orlando, Florida, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome to Orlando for the 66th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show. Today's opening session is sponsored by GoGo Business Aviation. Please welcome the President and CEO of the Aircraft Electronics Association, Mike Adamson.
It is great to be back in Orlando and officially welcome everyone to the 66th Annual International Convention and Trade Show. On behalf of the dedicated Board of Directors and staff, I'd like to say thank you for choosing AEA to expand your network and continue your professional development. Also, a special thanks to our convention exhibitors and sponsors. These companies help make AEA the premier event for the avionics industry. The AEA staff and board of directors have put together an incredible week for you with a nearly sold-out exhibit hall, a jam-packed training schedule, plus a full week of outstanding networking and social gathering events. And it all gets started tonight with our first nighter event. We have more than 125 exhibitors here this week with nearly 300 shops from 16 different countries. This morning we have more than 30 new product announcements, and this afternoon we'll kick off our training schedule with nearly 100 hours of regulatory, business, and technical training. New this year is a delegates conference on Thursday, which aims to provide a voice for designees in our industry and explore ways to improve relationships with the civil aviation authorities. The conference will provide training and pursue expanded access to data and industry standards while encouraging networking and collaboration opportunities for this dedicated group of professionals. We're also continuing our workforce development theme with the addition of several new sessions to help you recruit and retain talent, from hiring veterans to a session hosted by the Association for Women in Aviation Maintenance, discussing the opportunities that abound in maintenance and avionics. Be sure to check your show guide for the complete schedule of these and other important workforce topics. Speaking of workforce, general aviation still faces an uphill climb as we compete with technical talent with so many other industries. And while it's encouraging to hear Congress push for GA-specific language in the upcoming FAA reauthorization, we still have a lot to do. AEA recognizes this and is taking action for a more immediate impact. Over the course of the last few years, we've highlighted our workforce development efforts. We've shared the news of our successful products and services, ranging from repairman equivalency for certification and apprenticeship to veteran recruitment partnerships. This year, we're excited to announce the launch of aerocareers.net, a one-stop resource for the next generation of aerospace industry talent. Developed by a team of industry representatives who acknowledge the path to career in aerospace can take many forms, this initiative strives to provide clear and simple information for those who aspire to reach a higher altitude. Business owners, avionics technicians, pilots, engineers, marketers, and manufacturers all join the effort to highlight opportunities in aerospace and make the path to success easier to navigate. Aerocareers.net will inform, direct, and educate parents, teachers, counselors, students, career changers, and veterans to resources like scholarships, career listings, industry certifications, and more. For more information, visit the website or check out the postcard that's in your convention bag where you can learn how to request materials for your next aviation career event. In addition to this new industry recruiting tool, AEA is amplifying our own efforts with the addition of dedicated workforce development staff. We're going to move the needle even further. Nick Brown will join AEA as our Director of Workforce Development. An Air Force veteran, Nick is the aviation electronics instructor for Kent Career Technical Center in Grand Rapids, Michigan. For more than 7 years, he's provided career, academic, and counseling support to high school juniors and seniors, and he's helped certify hundreds of students with the aircraft electronics certification and endorsements. Nick is here this week and will officially join AEA team after completing his academic year and moving his family to the Kansas City area. You'll be able to connect with Nick at any one of our workforce-focused sessions. All this news comes at the right time as the avionics industry continues to climb out and business remains strong for our shops and manufacturers. Even with inflationary pressures, interest rate hikes, and lingering supply chains, the market has kept its momentum. The AEA's 2022 year-end avionics market report, which totals worldwide business and general aviation avionics sales, reached $2.8 billion. That's a 21% increase in year-end sales compared to last year. And this is the largest annual percentage increase in the 11-year history of our report. During the fourth quarter months, sales increased 31% compared to the same time a year ago, the largest quarterly percentage increase in our report's history. And while it's encouraging to see these numbers, these record-breaking numbers, the industry is still rebounding from the economic impact of the last few years. Our 2022 totals still fall short of 2019, when we reported a record $3 billion in total avionics sales, and that was just prior to the end of the ADS-B mandate and the start of the international health crisis. We are, however, trending in the right direction with 10 straight quarters of positive gains. Aircraft sales and deliveries are also trending in the right direction, as our friends over at Gamma reported in their recent State of the Industry address, where all aircraft segments saw increases in shipments and preliminary aircraft deliveries were valued at nearly $27 billion. That's a 6% increase compared to last year. Congratulations to all the companies that are involved in the manufacture and retrofit of airplanes and avionics, as these numbers continue to impress against all the market forces that we face, getting products certified, getting them to market, and getting them installed. For more than 6 decades, the AEA has been focused on being a global, technology-driven association, one with an eye to the future and a profound appreciation of our legacy. After the conclusion of our strategic planning initiative, we shared our new mission and vision. Today, we are excited to launch and reveal our new logo. This new mark captures the spirit of the international industry, backed by the expertise of aircraft electronics professionals. And it comes at an important time as the association positions itself for the future. As aviation's technology experts in more than 40 countries around the world, our professional community will come to recognize the logo as a source of pride as we develop next generation and safety-enhancing technologies. The new logo symbolizes an innovative industry on the move. This is only the 3rd logo in the association's history, and like the others before it, AEA members will be able to display it with pride. Every member company will receive a new plaque to show their commitment to an organization that represents the best practices and the best interests of small businesses around the world. This week will be evidence of our forward progress, bringing our community of business owners, technicians, manufacturers, distributors, and academia together to put avionics on the world stage for a few days. In that time, I encourage you to experience everything we have to offer from a training and networking perspective. Take advantage of everything and make the most of the show. Thank you. At this time, please join me in welcoming our Chairman of the Board, Bill Hanft.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Orlando for our 66th International AEA International Trade Show and Convention. It is my honor to serve this great organization as our board chairman. I'm thrilled to have you here this week to take part in our industry's main event. We have a lot in store for you. Before I get to that, I'd like to report on the critical work of the association and the efforts being led by our talented board of directors. Elected by you, the AEA membership, these individuals are the professional men and women you have chosen to lead the AEA. Each board member dedicates many hours of volunteer service throughout the year. If you are a current or outgoing board member, would you please stand so we can show our gratitude for your leadership with a round of applause. Your board. While Mike covered some of the highlights in his opening remarks, it is important to note that we have several committees working diligently to better serve the entire membership. Our board members, as well as those AEA members, have been extremely active on committee work following the completion of our strategic planning process. If you serve on one of our standing or ad hoc committees, would you please stand and allow us to show our appreciation with a round of applause? All of our committee members. It wouldn't be appropriate without a thank you and recognition to Mike's leadership, the entire AEA staff, and the volunteers that help make all this possible. Let's give Mike, the staff, and the volunteers a round of applause. Thank you all. In addition to our substantial workforce development activity, we have a member relationships ad hoc committee focused on the ways the AEA can help improve the OEM dealer connection. This committee recently launched its second annual survey to gather your data on the overall relationship between the dealers and the OEMs. If you've not already taken this brief survey, please stop by the AEA registration desk this week to participate here in Orlando. I would also like to note that our membership categories have been refined to be more internationally recognized and to include new businesses that have a focus on avionics sales, installations, and adjacent services. Our Government and Industry Affairs Committee continues to keep us focused on regulations around the world and the harmonization of the work from each of these authorities for the benefit of our members. This committee has never lost sight as the advocate for the small businesses that make up AEA. In fact, this group has established a new delegates subcommittee to focus on ways the AEA can better serve this important community of professionals, and will host its first delegates conference right here in Orlando, Thursday. There's also been a concentrated effort within the trusteeship committee to find and recruit the best talent to serve on our board of directors as we move forward. New guidance has been established for board service, and the directors have met regularly to address the changes needed to maintain the proper board governance for the association. Our finance committee has changed the investment profile of the organization and has established a strong foundation for any current or future needs. In closing, I encourage all members to get involved and share your voices with the directors here at the show. Later in the week, the board will meet to debrief the convention and will continue to work closely with the AEA staff to address any concerns and opportunities for growth. Thank you. I look forward to seeing all of you throughout the week in the training classrooms, the First Nighter event, and the exhibit hall, filled with more than 100 companies showcasing their products and services. Welcome to Orlando, and let's have a great show.
Thank you, Bill. Let's present some awards. Every year, the membership selects one individual and one company to be recognized for their involvement in AEA, their support of fellow members, their promotion of general aviation, and their leadership in the industry. For the individual and the associate member company, these coveted awards are the highest form of recognition from the AEA's industry peers. Elected by you, the AEA membership, let's meet our AEA Member of the Year.
The 2023 AEA Member of the Year is Dewey Conroy of Pacific Coast Avionics in Aurora, Oregon. Dewey Conroy has been an airplane junkie for as long as he can remember. He learned to fly when he was 19 and went to work as a fueler and cleaner of customer aircraft for a Commander dealer in Hillsboro, Oregon in 1979. In 1984, Dewey accepted an offer from American Avionics in Seattle to do inventory control. Shortly after, he was asked to work in avionics sales, and by 1989, he was promoted to avionics sales manager. In 1991, Rick Garcia of Gulf Coast Avionics asked Dewey to be a partner in starting a West Coast avionics shop. On June 1st, 1991, Pacific Coast Avionics opened its doors in Auburn, Washington with one employee, Dewey Conroy. By 1997, Pacific Coast Avionics needed to expand and moved to its current location at the Aurora State Airport. Since then, the company has grown from 4 employees and 6,500 square feet to 24 employees and over 18,000 square feet. Pacific Coast Avionics has been awarded the Garmin Platinum Elite Dealer Award 16 straight years and is recognized as one of the best shops on the West Coast. Dewey's first AEA convention was in 1989, where he was amazed at the variety of products and different avionics shops and met some great people who are still friends today. According to Dewey, he would never have met Rick Garcia if it were not for the AEA conventions, making the AEA partially responsible for this partnership that led to the creation of Pacific Coast Avionics. Dewey has also contributed to several articles as an expert resource in avionics news. Dewey and his wife have been married 44 years. They have 2 grown children, and the joy of their lives are 4 grandchildren. Dewey also enjoys flying a Vans RV-7 that he and his son built in 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Dewey Conroy of Pacific Coast Avionics, the 2023 AEA Member of the Year.
Thank you. This is really a big honor for me. Thank you very much. Big shout out to my friend and partner, Rick Garcia, for making that phone call 30 years ago. When he called, I thought he was on drugs or something, but it turned out really well. Thank you to my family for the support that I've gotten, and the team at Pacific Coast Avionics, which I'm very, very proud of. We've got a great team, do great work, and I'm very proud of what we've done. So thank you very much to the membership for this. This is a big honor. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Dewey. And now let's meet our AEA Associate Member of the Year.
The recipient of the 2023 AEA Associate Member of the Year Award is Avidyne, a market leader in the design and manufacture of avionics systems for general aviation aircraft. Experienced entrepreneur and pilot Dan Schwen founded Avidyne in 1994 with the mission of modernizing general aviation avionics by applying advanced technology in order to improve safety and increase aircraft utility. For 29 years, Avidyne has a long history of developing highly innovative, technologically advanced avionics systems, providing compelling and competitive products for the dealer channel to sell, install, and support. Avidyne's extensive avionics product line offers dealers a strong and competitive option in the GA and business aviation avionics market space. This product line includes GPS-based flight management systems, VHF navigation communication systems, digital flight control systems, and a range of ADS-B-capable transponders and traffic advisory systems. Avidyne has made significant investments in the growth of its technical support team. It provides world-class support to dealers with a comprehensive web-based dealer portal, an online dealer knowledge base, and an innovative interactive installation manual. Avidyne's headquarters and manufacturing are located in Melbourne, Florida, with engineering facilities in Westerville, Ohio, and Concord, Massachusetts. An AEA member company since 1995, Avidyne continues to be a strong supporter of the association, its programs, and its member dealers. Avidyne actively promotes the AEA and participates in providing technical training for member dealers at AEA conventions, at domestic and international AEA regionals, and at AEA headquarters. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Avidyne, the 2023 AEA Associate Member of the Year.
Wow, thank you very much on behalf of the professionals you see behind me and our worldwide team. Thank you for this award to the membership. It's recognition of the hard work and the investments that we've made to make sure that we ship every IFD on time. Even through the pandemic and the global supply chain management crisis, we were able to do that. And it's important and critical for our industry to maintain a healthy supply chain, manufacturing base, but most importantly, dealer channel, represented by all of you here today. So we're committed to continue to strive for excellence in innovation, in product quality, in customer focus, and dealer support so that we can continue to bring you the power of choice. Thank you for choosing Avidyne.
Congratulations, Avidyne. Now here to present one of the FAA's most prestigious awards, please help me welcome Bob Jex, the FAA Safety Team Program Manager from the Orlando FSDO.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Bill. And thank you to the entire AEA team for this amazing convention in the happiest city on earth. What a week it's going to be. Good morning. I'm Bob Jex, Fast Team Program Manager at the Orlando FSDO. It's my distinct pleasure to join you this morning to bestow the FAA's highest honor on one of AEA's own. Before we announce that distinguished award, I'd like to share some history for those who may not know the magnitude of Charles Taylor's contributions to aviation history. Charles Edward Taylor was an American inventor, mechanic, and machinist. He built the first aircraft engine used by the Wright brothers in the Wright Flyer and was a vital contributor of mechanical skills and pure genius to the building and maintaining of the early Wright engines and airplanes. Initially, Taylor was hired to fix bicycles for the Wright brothers, but increasingly took over the management of the bicycle business as the brothers spent more time on their aeronautical pursuits in Dayton and in Kitty Hawk. By 1902, they trusted him enough to run their shop in their absence while they went to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, to fly their gliders. When it became clear that the off-the-shelf engine with the required power-to-weight ratio was not available in the U.S., for their first engine-driven flyer, the Wrights turned to Taylor for the job. He designed and built the aluminum-copper, water-cooled, four-cylinder aircraft engine in only 6 weeks from scratch, using only a couple of rough sketches provided by the Wrights. Taylor went to work and became the lead mechanic in the Wright Company when it was formed in 1909. The rest, as they say, is history. Charles Taylor was the first airplane mechanic. Following Taylor's footsteps are thousands of dedicated professionals whose mechanic certificates to this day feature his image. In fact, there are 3,296 master mechanics and 7,724 master pilots recognized by the FAA as of today. The Charles Taylor Master Mechanic Award is the most prestigious award the FAA confers to persons certificated under Title 65 of Title 14 Code of Federal Regulations, Part 65. This recognizes individuals who have exhibited exemplary aviation expertise, distinguished professionalism, steadfast commitment for at least 50 years or more of aviation maintenance experience. To be eligible for the award, you must have 50 years in the aviation maintenance profession as an accredited mechanic or repairman and be an FAA certificated mechanic or repairman for a minimum of at least 30 of those 50 years. The other 20 can be military aviation maintenance experience. Your maintenance history plus 3 letters of recommendation from fellow mechanics attesting to your maintenance or repairman experience are also required. Nearly everyone here in the room today knows Rick Perry. For those who don't know him yet, or for those who want to know him just a little bit better today, this story is for you every bit as much as it is for Rick and his family. And today we will confer upon him the highest award the FAA issues to mechanics. Rick started turning wrenches in April 1972 as a helicopter mechanic at Sheppard Air Force Base in Wichita Falls, Texas, training with the Sheppard Technical Training Center. He worked primarily on Air Force UH-1N Hueys, performing airframe and engine maintenance. In 1975, Rick made an inter-service transfer and joined the U.S. Coast Guard. He attended Engine Mechanic A School in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Upon completion of A School, Rick was assigned to serve in North Bend, Oregon, and Ellington Field, Houston, Texas, as an engine and airframe mechanic working on the HH-52 helicopter, the Coast Guard equivalent of the Sikorsky S-62. In 1978, Rick was assigned as a C-130 mechanic working on engine and propeller maintenance. and supporting airframe maintenance. It was about this time that Rick bought a Cessna 172 Skyhawk and began learning how to maintain and restore it under the supervision of fellow mechanics. He still owns this aircraft, by the way, and is conducting its second restoration. Good for you, Rick. By now, he was earning a reputation for integrity in the shop and served collateral duties as a quality inspector on the Coast Guard's C-130, HU-25 Falcon jet, and HH-3F helicopter. And in 1986, Rick earned his mechanic certificate with A&P ratings and began moonlighting at local airports in the Clearwater and Port St. Richie, Florida area as a general aviation aircraft mechanic. Rick naturally earned his private pilot certificate in March of 1987. We want to see you back here in 2037, sir. In 1990, Rick earned inspection authorization with what is now the Tampa FSDO. Rick was next assigned to a posting with the Coast Guard headquarters in Washington, D.C., where he was responsible for supporting industrial safety and environmental management of the Coast Guard's entire spread of aviation maintenance. In 1994, he began serving as the maintenance manager under contract with the Navy Flying Club at Tipton Army Airfield at Lee Airport in Maryland, maintaining the club's aircraft, including converting 2 Beech T-34s into D-45 Bonanzas. While in headquarters tour with the Coast Guard, Rick was the subject matter expert on aircraft maintenance policy, especially for composite repairs on the HH-65 Dolphin, the Coast Guard's designation for the Aerospatiale SA-366 helicopter, serving here until his retirement from the service in 1998. Significantly, in terms of the work he was destined to perform years in the future, Rick brought together numerous agencies, both civilian and governmental, to develop EPA-compliant aircraft painting protocols. This work included major inputs to the FAA's advisory circular on selecting chemical agents and processes for depainting of aircraft and aviation products. Upon his Coast Guard retirement in 1998, Rick was appointed Director of Maintenance at the National Air Transportation Association, or NATA. About the same time, Rick also began his involvement with what is now the FAA safety team, assisting several FSDOs with their IA and repair station training programs. Serving in his NATA role until 2001, Rick participated in the development of aircraft maintenance regulations, guidance, and policy while focusing NATA membership on regulatory compliance, especially Parts 143, 145, and 135. Since 2001, Rick has served in his present position as the Vice President for Government and Industry Affairs with the Aircraft Electronics Association, AEA, where he continues to develop aircraft maintenance regulatory frameworks and keeping AEA membership focused on regulatory compliance. AEA has grown to include nearly 1,300 companies, including repair stations, avionics equipment manufacturers, distributors, engineers, and educational institutions in 42 countries. Rick has authored over 250 published articles in industry trade journals on aircraft maintenance and regulations. Rick was recommended for the Taylor Award by Jerry Crowley, Ronald Gatewood, Michael Mertens, and my old boss, Max McConnell. Rick was consistently cited for his many years of expertise, trustworthiness, and a common sense approach to aviation maintenance. And in a nutshell, that's what this award is all about. Rick is accompanied today by his wife Liz and his daughter Stephanie. Escorting them to the stage, Max McConnell. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the administrator, please join me in recognizing Rick Perry as America's newest Charles Taylor Master Mechanic. Congratulations. You know, the FAA doesn't give away very much, but we like to do something special on this, a day of days for Rick. We brought a few goodies. One of them is Rick's blue ribbon package. This is a complete documentation collection of all of his airman certification documents. Also, the official Master Mechanic Certificate, signed by the administrator. The Taylor Award is also recognized long after today with these distinctive Charles Taylor Master Mechanic pins. They're about the size of a nickel, very distinctive. Any Master Mechanic or Master Pilot will know exactly what they are. And finally, the pièce de résistance, this beautiful plaque issued by a third-party vendor, suitable for framing on the I Love Me wall. I'd like to read it to you publicly for the first time. 50 years of dedicated service in aviation safety, the Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation Administration, the Charles Taylor Master Mechanic Award presented to Rick Perry, August 2022, which is when he became eligible, in recognition of your 50 years of exemplary aviation maintenance experience, distinguished professionalism, and steadfast commitment to aviation safety. And it's inscribed by a likeness of the autograph of Charles Taylor. Anybody in this room would want one of these, and I'm very proud to present it on behalf of the administrator to Rick Perry.
You know, for those of you who have seen me in front of a podium for 21 years now, I think this is probably the hardest I've ever had to deal with. You know, love shoveling coal, hate being running the engine here. Max, thank you very much. You and the team here, I appreciate it. Mike, obviously, you know, AEA has been my family for the last 21 years, and I think Paula may be around here somewhere. Whatever convinced her that I was the right person for the job. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for her, so I do thank her as well. But I think, you know, all of us, because this is really what we do. You know, Charles Taylor saw aviation from the Wright Flyer to the jet age. In my career, in my 50 years, I've started with round motors. I went through, you know, INS, Loran, all of the systems, you know, sextants, still had sextants in the airplanes. And, you know, and today, you know, we've got electric propulsion, we've got autonomous flight, and we have artificial intelligence. It has been a great 50 years. You know, and I'm looking forward to the next 50. So not sure which award we get then, but by God, we're going to work for it. So thank you very much.
Welcome David Salvador, Aftermarket Channel Vice President for GoGo Business Aviation, the proud sponsor of today's opening session and new product introductions.
How do you follow that? Congratulations to Dewey, to Avidyne, and Rick, congratulations as well. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 66th Annual AEA International Trade Show and Convention. Who are first-time attendees to this conference? They're probably the ones standing against the wall. All right, could you stand up, please? Let's have some recognition to the first-timers that are at the convention. Welcome to the AEA family, because this really is a family. I attended my first AEA convention in 1995, and now, some 28 years later, I can look out into this audience and I see so many amazing friends and partnerships that I have made, and it truly is an honor to have the opportunity to come back each year and to connect with each of you and, of course, make some new friends. But I also look to this industry event for what's next. And first and foremost, as I mentioned, I'm looking to make some new friends personally, so that's the first thing. Second, I like to see where our industry is going and growing. And you'll see what that is, and it'll be evident by the 30-plus presenters that are going after myself. And then lastly, our company, GoGo Business Aviation, we look to see how we can continue to increase our partnerships with you, the AEA dealers that install, certify our products and services. And this is the opportunity for us to do that. So let's show a quick video, and then we'll continue. So Mike Adamson, in his opening remarks, spoke about the necessity for us to plan for the future as an industry. And when it comes to connectivity, we need to start planning now based on the demand. And you may ask, what does now and next mean to the team at GoGo? Or what does now and next mean to you, our partners? And what does it mean to our customers, our mutual customers? The GoGo mission is to enhance the lives of passengers and the efficiency of operators with the world's best business aviation in-flight connectivity, entertainment, and customer support. And it's because of that partnership with you, we're dedicated to that partnership to providing the best, the world's best business aviation connectivity on the planet. And best is based on the mission of that decision maker. And that decision maker may choose to make decisions based on value, they make decisions based on performance, and we have solutions for all. So it all starts and ends with the AVANCE platform. And the AVANCE platform, the best way to think about it, it's a software-centric operating system. And you may recognize these devices. There is a software-centric operating system on that, and our company chose to move from a connectivity pipe to a software-centric operating system. And the components of that, first is productivity. We want to connect the passengers and the crews with their digital world. We look to efficiency, and we not only want to connect the cabin, but we also want to offer integration to third-party ops. We want to have integrated in-flight entertainment and connectivity. And then there's the confidence aspect of it. In order to provide world-class connectivity, we have to have the ability to support that. And with cloud-based technical support, with automatic software updates, that's how Covenants comes into play. And then control. If you've not met the Dash in-flight connectivity solution that we offer with the advanced platform, we'd like to talk to you at the booth about that. And finally, performance. Performance is paramount, and that means we have to connect our passengers with the connectivity networks of today and the connectivity networks of tomorrow. Gogo Advance is in-flight connectivity entertainment's smartest platform. And to prove that, let's first talk about what I announced about a year ago at this convention. We announced that we had reached a milestone in the amount of connected flights with the installed and in-service Advance products that you all have installed as our partners, and that was the 1 million connected flights. That took 55 months. We launched Advance in August of 2017. It took 55 months, about 4.5 years to reach the million mile mark. So today, I am proud to announce that in less than 13 months, and again, this is based on you, our partners, in the installations, the quality installations, the certifications that you have done, we have hit another milestone of over 1.5 million flights. So a round of applause for all our partners that have installed that. And with that, of course, it comes to the amount of aircraft that you have touched to install those products and certify them and return them to service. We have now reached the milestone of over 3,400 advanced systems that are installed and flying, and that is about 2,200 plus L5s, advanced L5s, and 1,200 L3s. So let's talk a little bit about data. And again, when I mentioned that Mike's comments about preparing for the future, the demand that we're seeing in our network based on the flight or the aircraft that you have connected is tremendous. And let me give you a little statistics here. On a single day, our in-flight connectivity systems provide over 4,500 connected flights in a single day in North America. We connect over 21 million unique devices in that single day and have over 2.5 million internet sessions. And that's as it stands today, of course. So where do you think data in that amount of data that was consumed was 5 years ago? So here are productivity apps. I think everyone recognizes that. In the graph that you see before you, you may notice just a bit of a dip in the middle of it. Anyone venture to guess what that was? A little pandemic we had? Okay, so the COVID dip, as it is in the amount of data consumed, is evident on the graph in the last 5 years. But what is important is COVID has driven a lot of other things that are leading to that necessity to upgrade and to invest in connectivity solutions to meet the future demands of our customers. Web browsing, again, continued growth. The younger community, and last year at the new product introductions, if you're here, you saw one of the slides we had talked about the segmentation of the generations and who's actually flying on aircraft now. And this speaks to it with the amount of web browsing that continues and the demand that is there. COVID also caused high net worth individuals to take a second look at business aviation, which I think we're all reaping the benefits of in the fact that they decided now that I don't need to fly first class, I need to move to business aviation. What that is doing, of course, is again driving that necessity of more features and functionality and the demand that comes along with that. How many TikTokers do we have out there? These social media apps, aside from TikTok, what you think about social media, and again, COVID, we had so many people with doing their job remotely, that drove the internet utilization, streaming video, et cetera, upwards. And that speaks to that as well. This is actual data that was over the last 5 years on our network. And then finally, even audio streaming. The conclusion is, of course, that people want to do what they do on the ground, they want to do it in the air, and we need to prepare. Anyone recognize this? So this morning, I forgot my phone in my room, so I had to run back to my room, and my Apple Watch blew up from the amount of steps it took to, of course, go back and forth to the room multiple times. But everyone has one of these, right? All right, well, we have some volunteers. Mike has asked that if we collect these phones to make sure everyone pays attention for all the new product introductions, they're going to collect those. So if you just go ahead and put them in the basket, and then you can collect them out when you go outside, at the end of the conference. I'm just kidding. My point with this is everyone has that. Does anyone have a phone that looks like this? Technology needs to be updated. It needs to be upgraded. It needs to meet the demands of the future. And when we live in a world where our lives live on our devices, it's very important. And I mentioned that with the advanced product line that you all helped us to grow the in-service aircraft, we also have a classic air-to-ground line that we have been installing together since 2008. And I show that phone, of course, because that's not what your phone looked like in 2008. It was a BlackBerry, probably, with that little flashing, annoying red light. But that equipment, that legacy equipment, we still have over 3,000 of those systems in service. And we're very proud as a company, between those systems and the advanced systems, we currently represent over 80% of the aircraft that are connected in North America today. But it also leads to an opportunity, of course, because while we have 80% of that connected community today, over 70% globally of business aviation aircraft do not have in-flight connectivity. It's a tremendous opportunity. But let's go back to the legacy equipment and this phone. So with the fact that we've been installing classic air-to-ground systems, ATG 5000s, ATG 4000s, 2000, 1000s that many of you have installed and certified, we made an announcement on January 1st that we are going to transition that network, that licensed network, to the latest LTE technology. And with that presents opportunity, because those 3,000 plus aircraft, after the next 36 months, which is actually now 33 months, they will need an upgrade to the latest hardware in the aircraft, the advanced platform, and that presents a tremendous opportunity for you, our partners, and the AEA members that install and certify our products. So over 3,000 aircraft in the next 33 months will need to move from that classic air-to-ground system into the advanced platform. And we're very excited to do that work with you. So that's opportunity one, of course. Now, that's right now. We need to get on it. We're here to work with you and to get those aircraft upgraded. To plan for that future demand, of course, we have been investing in building out our GoGo 5G product. And GoGo 5G, our network is done. We're ready to go with that. And it's the first and only 5G aviation network in the business today. And the only way you can call a network 5G is it has to be end-to-end equipped for 5G. So this network, and again I mentioned the amount of aircraft that fly in North America, this is an opportunity for those customers, those decision makers that want to invest in more for their aircraft. This is going to be available to add to the advanced platform. Again, the advanced platform is foundational, and the advanced L5, which over 2,200 aircraft, will then have the opportunity to add 5G to that. And this is a separate network from our licensed network that I just mentioned, and this network is done. It's ready to go. I'm also announcing today at the show, when we put out press this morning on this on the Newswire, that we are now going to move to Canadian coverage for the 5G network, and we're going to start that build out this year and complete it next year. So that's one of our big announcements at the show, is 5G Canadian network. 5G is now a matter of months away. The data centers are done, the aircraft antenna is done, certified, and many of you have been installing that on aircraft in a provisional aspect for 5G, as well as STCs are in full motion. The entire network is ready to go. All that we have left is a minor amendment to the LRU, the X3 box that goes alongside the L5, and we are ready to go at the end of this year. So a tremendous opportunity. One of the things that I want to announce at the show today is, in preparation for the customers and the demand, I think we all know that directors of maintenance love predictability. So Gogo is announcing today that we have 2 new rate plans for 5G. One is the 5G unlimited non-streaming plan, which will be priced at $49.95 for customers that install their product, the 5G product. We also are announcing the unlimited streaming plan for $9,995. So these 2 plans, full predictability for our customers to invest in 5G and bring that new performance to the aircraft. At eBase last year, Gogo also announced that we are going global with our connectivity solutions. And this is going to be the most disruptive global LEO satellite technology and service in the market today. And the reason I say the most disruptive is because as it stands today, there is not a single high-performance satellite solution out there that allows it to be installed on everything from a King Air to a BBJ. And this product will be available to do that. And again, with the AVANCE Foundation, every AVANCE L5, every AVANCE L3 can add global broadband, or we offer a standalone solution with our smart cabin system to bring this connectivity. For all AVANCE-equipped customers, it's power and Ethernet down to the LRU from the antenna that you mount on the fuselage on the aircraft. It's a tremendous opportunity for us and you as our partners to equip the customers that need that global solution and have a mission that flies outside of North America predominantly. Our partners on this are OneWeb, and OneWeb recently completed just a matter of weeks ago their entire network. And while I joked about taking your phones, if you want to take a quick screenshot of this or write this down, this is the website that shows the complete constellation for the OneWeb network, and it actually looks like this. You can see from the website link that you go, and I should put that back again. Anybody want to take that down? You can see from once you go there that you can move the globe or the Earth around and see all the coverage and where the satellites are and the completeness of it. And that's real time when you go and log onto that website. Our antenna partner on this is Hughes. So with OneWeb and Hughes, we are pulling this team together to bring this most disruptive technology to the marketplace. And we're very excited to work with such predominant and longstanding companies in aviation. So I'd like to invite up a few of my colleagues here. So I have the honor to work with an amazing team for the aftermarket, and Russell Atochitz is part of our team, Brandy Roberts is part of our team, Andy Fernandez, and Chad Ostertag. And now you guys are all out of position. Okay, you're good. I think we're good here. All right. So the reason I asked them to come up here is, first of all, to recognize these are the boots on the ground, the people that work with our partners to work alongside our customers and bring our products and certifications to market. A lot of times you see them individually, but they don't get recognized in front of the crowd. One of these days I'm going to hand this thing off to one of you, and you can do that. So again, back to the idea of now and next, right? So the AVANCE L3, Chad is holding. The AVANCE L5, Andy is holding. And you guys should be, hold on, let's just move you over here. All right. So this is now. Over 3,500 of these systems are in the marketplace today. We have over 3,000 classic air-to-ground systems, the ATG XXXX, that need to be upgraded with these problems. Russell has the X3 and the new antenna that goes on the aircraft that works alongside the L5. This is just about done. It'll be ready to install an aircraft completely and finalized with STCs by the end of this year. And Brandy has what's next with the global broadband antenna that we have developed. This is all self-contained. Can go with any of these units over there with Andy or Chad, power and Ethernet, and now you have global broadband in the aircraft. So airs all the way to BBJs, a tremendous opportunity for connectivity solutions, high-performance connectivity solutions, and thank you guys for coming up. 1 second, let me stop. Could I ask the GoGo team to stand up, please? So we have a bunch of folks here. We are extremely grateful for the partnerships that we've forged in, heck, Andy, how long have we been doing this? 30 years? 30 years. We are extremely grateful for the business that has helped grow our companies together, and I just wanted to allow them to thank you and a round of applause for the GoGo team. All right, so AVANCE, this is foundational. Over 3,000 airplanes need to be upgraded. GoGo 5G. It's what's next, but it's right around the corner. We'll start delivering these products at the end of this year, and I know there are lots of airplanes that are installed today with provisions for 5G, and the STCs are in full swing. Global broadband, it's really what's next from GoGo in the standpoint of a total global solution for in-flight connectivity at high performance. So our company's on a journey. I've had the blessed to work with this company for over 13 years now, and I can say in the 13 years, certainly been on a journey growing this business. But that could not have been the case without our partners. So we are on a journey together, and we look forward to upgrading, to equipping the unconnected, and moving forward with high-performance solutions and value-performance solutions for our collective customers. I'd invite you to stop by our booth, which is 906, and let's begin the 2023 new product introductions. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Shane Leary from Daniels Manufacturing Corporation, a veteran small business here in Orlando. For over 71 years, we're the trusted provider of tooling and technology for mission-critical electrical systems. How many of you know DMC? How many of you have touched DMC in your careers? Awesome. Today, we're here to bring you LaceLock, the smarter option for secondary wire harness support, essentially replacing hand-tied lace and cable ties. As of December 2022, it is mil-spec qualified, and as January 2023, it is an AS 50881 Revision H. Why LaceLock? Hand-tied lace and cable ties have been used for many years with a lot of issues. To prevent that, we came out with LaceLock. Listed are just a couple. LaceLock is safer, more consistent, and has superior performance. It also installs faster over the life of that wire harness construction as well. It's much faster, as you can see in this video.
LaceLock is the smarter option, and secondary support for cable bundling has never been this simple. Using cable ties and lacing tape for secondary wire harness support has always been fraught with issues. With LaceLock from Daniels Manufacturing Corporation, we've taken the strengths of both methods and engineered all the weaknesses out. LaceLock combines the simple installation of cable ties with the high operating temperature and superior chemical and abrasion resistance of lacing tape. The lacing tape and fastener head have been tested for extreme temperatures and are abrasion, fuel, and chemical resistant. No more abrasion, no more injuries, just outstanding performance.
So I could talk for a lot longer, but they only gave me 4 minutes. I'm not one known to be brief, but LaceLock starter kit, as you can see here, is how you would most likely order this tool system. Comes with 100 pieces of LaceLock, a removal tool, and the tool itself. Again, it is mil-spec qualified and approved by SAE. As mentioned, you can take out your device and you can scan the QR code. It'll take you to the product landing page, and you can see us in booth 328. Thank you.
Hi. I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do. I was told I'm not here for your entertainment. So, I'm Ryan Reed with Mid-Continent Instruments and Avionics and True Blue Power. And it's my honor to introduce two leaders in our company. And they'd like to talk to you about some achievements with some of our new products over the past year. So, take it away, Van and Brett.
Hey everyone, I'm Van Winter, Director of Aftermarket Sales and Support for Mid-Continent Instruments and Avionics and True Blue Power. I'm here with the team today in Wichita to announce the 3-pack is back. I wonder, how many of you remember the Mid-Continent Standby Pack? This standby pack features some of the most popular STC'd and type certified instruments of its day. There are still thousands of these flying around. But it's time for a change. That was then, and this is now. Introducing the Flex Digital 3-pack. Our digital 3-pack features a digital attitude indicator, digital altimeter, and digital airspeed indicator. Let's take a look at why these units are a great alternative or upgrade to other standbys. First up is the Flex Attitude Indicator. Among other things, its advanced solid-state design delivers independent attitude. That means no need for GPS, magnetometer, or airspeed. Next in the 3-pack is the Flex Counter-Drum Encoding Altimeter. It has a ton of user-selectable features, including altitude target and approach minimum with alert, among many others. Finally, we've got our third member of the 3-pack, the Flex Airspeed Indicator. This features configurable range markings for easy setup. That means no more painting dials to match the POH. And the best part, you can easily install the 3-pack in just one day. You don't have to cut the panel, and you can utilize the existing secondary or emergency bus. And there's one more thing. We wanted to make it even easier for you to get these onto aircraft. So the Flex 3-pack is AML STC approved on over 180 aircraft models. And get special pricing when you purchase all 3 units of the Flex 3-pack together. But don't take my word for it. Come by and see us at the booth, and let's talk about the Flex 3-pack. Brett's up next with another new product announcement. Have a great show, everyone.
Hello, AEA. I'm Brett Williams, Vice President of Engineering for Mid-Continent Instruments and Avionics and True Blue Power. I hope you're all enjoying the new product introduction, and just for some fun, I'm here at Skierman Field in Kansas to introduce you to the latest and greatest lithium-ion mainship batteries from True Blue Power. We've spent more than a year working hard to bring the power of lithium-ion technology to the heart of general aviation. And guess what? The result? Right here. The TB14 and its cousin, the TB28, lithium-ion mainship batteries. These are the lightest, longest lasting, and best performing batteries you've ever seen in a small Part 23 aircraft, just like this Cirrus right here behind me. The TB14 is designed specifically for 28-volt aircraft, and at just 10 pounds, this thing weighs less than 2 gallons of avgas. And also, to make sure that we haven't forgot about all you 14-volt aircraft out there, we have the TB28. It's the exact same size, exact same weight, but at half the voltage and twice the capacity, it's made just for you. Check this out. These guys are so small, I could put 2 of them in a shoebox with room to spare. But what good is a battery if you can't install it, right? These batteries are right-sized and right-priced and ready for your aircraft. And we have an AML STC right around the corner. Thanks everyone for listening in. Ryan's gonna take it from here, but make sure you stop by the booth to get a closer look at these batteries, and have a great show.
So, where do we go from here? Well, if you want to learn some more new achievements and new products, we want to talk to you at booth 202. And don't forget about our product training. Come see me. It's actually today at 3, so thanks.
I'm Gary Pacou with PS Engineering. Friends, for the last 2.5 decades, I have stood at this podium for about 10 times, and this is not a new product introduction. This is a revolution. Today, I introduce you to a new generation of control, on-wing configurability. Today, we present the Hub 50. The Hub 50 means independence. Your on-wing configurable Hub 50 will be liberated from computers and configuration modules, free from fiddling with pots, free from signal configuration and confinements. The Hub 50 will set you free Here's how PS Engineering's revolutionary Hub 50 will free up your installation floor. We have a proprietary application that allows connection and on-wing configuration from the palm of your hand. Our exclusive app securely connects an iOS device to the hub, but only when the maintainer is in physical contact and activates the function from the hub itself. However, configurations can be created and stored ready to load when the aircraft is available and repeated fleet-wide if necessary. The iOS app can configure an astonishing 250 items. For the Hub 50, we took all the features in the Hub 45A, listened to the installers and operators, and created this revolutionary system. The Hub 50 is fully backward compatible with Hub 45 installations. The Hub 50 has one important job: helping you do your job. Imagine being able to configure the audio system in advance. This will save hours of labor and downtime in consultation with your customers, and can be easily reconfigured when the customer changes their mind. We provide commonly used settings as defaults, including typical special mission and business aircraft settings. The on-wing configuration steps the user through the configuration, such as this selection for the pilot position. The list is extensive, but not overwhelming, thanks to the architecture of our app. The core of our PAC 45 series has always been our multi-talker spatial audio, patented and licensed by the U.S. Air Force. Loading pre-configured HRTF locations saves a ton of knob twiddling during installations. The Hub 50 offers new capabilities, including built-in microphone adapters, more configurability, more flexibility built in from the app. The ability to rename the Bluetooth ID is useful for fleet operations, and the Hub 50 can support more than 24 intercom systems. And we expect to start shipping this quarter. Now, while we were busy with the Hub 50, we kept up a steady stream of improvements for our PAC 45 systems. One very important improvement was the ability to connect hubs together for dual systems. One system can support a flight crew and the other the mission crew. Up to 8 control heads can be configured with a PAC 45A. But wait, there's more improvements, more expansions, better lighting flexibility, and installer-accessible configuration switches. Finally, we never forget the folks that brought us to the party, General Aviation. Stop by our booth and see what Aviation Consumer has to say about our new PMA 450C. As always, it's a privilege to be here and give my heartfelt thanks to our dealers and supporters. All your hard work inspires us to do our very best. So we'll see you in booth 634.
Good morning. My name is Dave Fearhawk. I'm the Vice President of Sales for Cabin Management Solutions. And today I'd like to introduce you to Explore. It's our moving map solution for business aviation. And we proudly have partnered with FlightPath 3D, industry leader in moving map technology. Explore is a next-generation 3D interactive moving map. The hardware has 2 composite inputs, 2 HD SDI outputs, 3 HDMI 4K 60 outputs that are software configurable. So depending on the application, you can upgrade the box as you go and as the CMS changes. It allows full integration with CMS Evolve for control at our individual touch panels, so you can interact with the map, or it also provides legacy support for the cabin managements that are in the aircraft currently. We offer both Ethernet and Wi-Fi for PED interface, assuming the aircraft is either TPED tolerant or has a wireless access point on board. We have an optional adapter tray for both the AirInc 404 and AirInc 600, along with a flight deck controller that's a drop-in replacement coming in third quarter. Explore is a direct replacement, pin for pin, for the following moving maps: Collins Airshow Genesis, 400, 410, 500, Airshow 4000, and both variants of the Honeywell JetMap 2. By utilizing an adapter tray, we take the configuration and we adapt to the wiring on the aircraft. The base model is a flange mount unit that is, again, a direct replacement for the flange mount units that are in the industry right now, and the connector simply just snaps on and bolts in place where the existing mounts are. Shown here is an Airshow 4000 adapter tray. The unit again bolts into this, and then the old unit comes out, the new unit just slides right in. Here's some slides of just example maps that are out there, and here's an after. We also offer custom aircraft paint to put your customer's library on the aircraft model. We also allow for custom configuration of flight information pages, a full GUI setup for user-configured setups for the unit itself. So it allows for configuration without the touch and touch labor of the MRO if need be, although the MRO can get in a little bit deeper. And various views within the map are either individually selectable through CMS Evolve, or they'll go through in an automatic way, similar to how the CMS is controlling currently. As mentioned, it also has PED integration, various views to interact with, and the unit itself has over 50,000 points of interest, and along with the Evolve or the PED integration, you can interact with that and then take that image and cast it up to the screen and just interact with it and just provide a form of entertainment in a way for the cabin map. List of many different options. We are currently in the process of certifying this on a Gulfstream G550 with the Airshow 4000 replacement unit, but we're developing an AML STC to cover all different flavors so that the ease of installation is there for the MRO network. So, thank you for your time today, and I ask you if you would please come to our booth. You can actually touch and feel the adapter trays, and you can see how it works, and feel free to interact with our map.
Good morning. My name is Ashley Edmark. I am the marketing director for Aero-LEDs. If you're not familiar with our company, we design and manufacture LED lighting, high-performance LED lighting for all aircraft, certified and experimental out of our PMA facility in Boise, Idaho. We did prepare a video for you to get some insight into our company and what we've been up to this past year, so please enjoy the video.
At Aero-Lens, we believe that innovation is equal parts inspiration and perspiration. Since our inception in 2006, we embarked on a mission to redefine the expectations of aerospace lighting. Entering the aerospace lighting market, which had remained largely unchanged for 50 years and in drastic need of a new product with fresh look and unequaled performance, Aero-LEDs was inspired to redefine the expectations, which resulted in a series of innovative designs. Hungry for new ideas, backed by a company that valued the patronage, customers quickly adopted the new standard of quality, design, and performance never seen before in the industry. And soon, legacy manufacturers were forced to respond by introducing look-alike products in an effort to stay relevant in a once stagnant market. Initially launched in 2007, the Sunspot 36 LX-HX became the benchmark in performance, winning the Aviation Consumer Award in 2009. In continued effort of expanding the Sunspot 36 family and in the expectations of performance, Aero-LEDs released the Sunspot 4000 series, which resulted in again winning the Aviation Consumer Award for 2019. And now, in pursuit of stratifying the market in performance and budget, Aero-LEDs introduces the 75-watt Sunspot 36. The Sunspot 36 75-watt comes in both 12 and 24-volt versions and is available with and without integrated pulse. And breaking yet another barrier in performance, the Sunspot 36 75-watt hits a record high 200,000 candela, surpassing all previous 36 lighting options. One of the most common questions that we are asked is what's more important, lumens or candela? And the answer is both, with the addition of beam angle, and let me explain why. Given a light source of 400 lumens at 20-degree full angle results in a peak candela of 10,000. While keeping the lumen constant and decreasing the beam angle by half, the candela increases to over 40,000. Initially, this sounds encouraging until you factor in the reduced peripheral visibility that is lost with the narrow beam angle. It is this very reason that Aero-LEDs purposely designs our lights with the optimal balance of all three variables, lumens, candela, and beam angle. From the beginning, Aero-LEDs has uniquely positioned itself to serve aviation markets ranging from experimental, certified fixed wing, rotor wing, military, and drone applications. Aero-LEDs also continues to be a proud sponsor by providing lighting for the world-class Aeroshell aerobatic team as they perform flawlessly over millions of spectators each year. Looking back to 2006, Aero-LEDs entered the market with the ambition to revolutionize the aviation lighting industry and to innovate by example. Looking forward, we're committed to building on that mission statement. After nearly 20 years of servicing the aviation lighting industry, Aero-LEDs is incredibly thankful for your continued support. The future is bright.
If you have any questions or would like to see our lights in person, we'll be in booth 420 on the exhibit floor. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Pinson with AirText, and we make low-cost aviation connectivity products. Can you advance the slide? Our primary product is the AirText Plus, which allows everyone on board to email, talk, text, send WhatsApp messages, and access Moving Map anywhere in the world at any altitude using the Iridium satellite network. The box weighs about a pound, and it's about the size of a paperback book. It's great as an alternative to full air-to-ground internet systems with the high usage and expenses. It's great for Part 23 aircraft, as well as a supplemental solution for Part 25. And anyone that goes international is a great candidate for AirText. It's just under $18,000 on the list. Text messages are 5 cents each. Phone is $1.53 a minute. And for email, you pay for what you use. Advance the slide. We want to thank our dealers and partners for our continued success. We've continued to have record months, record quarters. Our parts are typically in stock and can ship same day. So what's new? This year we're introducing a 14.6-inch bulkhead display. It's fully automatic. The pilot doesn't have to mess with it. It automatically cycles through all the pages. It wirelessly interfaces using Bluetooth Low Energy to the AirTex Plus, AirTex Classic, or AirTex Max. And it's 6,000 list. We have this in the booth. Please come see it. And we also are introducing a Bluetooth handset for, you can pair it to the AirTex Plus to do a voice call. It's loose equipment and charges via USB-C. Our big announcement this year is Oasis. We have a lot of customers that we talk to them about connectivity, and they say the aircraft or the passengers in the back say, that's my happy time, that's my time to disconnect, to decompress. So we've created a high-quality audio-video server where passengers can use their own devices with noise-canceling headsets or earpods to access content. It also provides a way to put new technology into an aging airframe. It has a Wi-Fi 6 router built in, worldwide moving map, audio-video server. You can access it via any web-enabled device or iOS or Android app, and also has many interfaces for CMS control and light games. The box is right around 3 pounds, uses an 1.5 amp at 28 volts, has internal and external options for content storage, HDMI and composite video outputs to replace aging moving map systems, and multiple audio outputs. Here's some screenshots. There's up to 6 audio inputs. You can load it up with content, and let's see. Users can pan and zoom, spin the globe, and interface using their own device. Our STC is on the Citation 10, but we're targeting all cabin aircraft. We've already started delivery to our OEM partner, and aftermarket availability is targeted in June 2023. The list price is $20,000. Please stop by our booth 430 for a detailed hands-on demonstration. We also continue to sell our Landau product, which is an altitude call-out system that can start at 2,500 feet all the way down to 5 feet using LiDAR sensor. And please stop by our booth 430 for more retrofit products you can offer your customers. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. My name is Mark Ayala. I'd like to start by welcoming you all to my hometown of Orlando. I'm the Senior Director of Sales for Collins, and I have the privilege of leading some of the finest sales professionals you'll find anywhere. So I've got a few things to talk to you about today, so we'll jump right into it. First off, last year we stood up here and told you about our plans for 2022, and so I'm happy to announce that in the STC department, we have completed the ones on the left and we have the ones on the right in work. So just to go over them quickly, we have now ProLine Fusion for King Air 300 and 350. We have CPDLC for the Premier, Hawker, and Falcon series. We have completed over 78 installs of to date of our Challenger 604 ProLine Fusion system. 4 of those, an additional 4 are in work. So that's been a very successful program. If that's not something you know about, come by and talk to us about it. We'd be happy to tell you. Looking ahead to this year, we're going to add the King Air 200 and 250 for ProLine Fusion. That'll be a ProLine 2 to Fusion for a starting point. And then we'll also have CPDLC for King Air, Citation, Encore, XLS, and CJs as well, in addition to the other ones that you see listed there. Okay. Can we advance the slide, please? Thank you. Moving over to the cabin side, we received some feedback from a lot of our users that our older wireless access points needed to be upgraded, and so we've done that now, and we're happy to announce that we'll have our new and improved wireless access point available later this year. It is going to have beefed up connectors so that we could bring it a little bit better reliability and have some of the latest Wi-Fi streaming and protocols to go with it. So happy to have that available soon. The next thing is 5G resilient radar altimeter. Now, I know we heard earlier about how great 5G is. It also comes with some nuisance for the aviation industry, as you may be aware. In July of this year, the FCC is going to remove the restrictions that are currently limiting the overlapping bands of the electromagnetic spectrum that provide interference to radar altimeters. A lot of you may not think this is a big deal, but once that restriction goes away, you guys are going to start getting a lot of squawks for broken radar altimeters coming through your shops. They're probably not broken, they just need to be upgraded with an internal filter that's going to filter out that interference. And interference is not something you want to mess around with in the weather on short final. So an erroneous or fluctuating radar altimeter might provide a false alarm on your ground proximity, your terrain awareness, or your autopilot might do something funny if it's not getting the right signal. So that's something you want to be proactive about. And then finally, I want to talk about connectivity. This is probably the thing that our team is most excited to show you at the booth this week. We have been hearing from you guys that we need to have a way for users to push a flight plan from flight planning apps such as ForeFlight or others into our system wirelessly. We're happy to announce we have that now, and we'll have a demo that requires no additional software on the aircraft, just a third-party USB device that's going to stick right into the front of the Proline Fusion display. So very happy to show you that at the booth. Speaking of which, our booth is number 516. Also want to mention the 2 training sessions that we have tomorrow and Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning. Hope to see you there. Thank you.
Well, good morning. My name is Kevin Hayes, and I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Alto Aviation. Our new product introduction is an extension of our highly successful Cadence cabin management system. Try to advance the slide. So today, most entertainment systems are designed with passenger electronic devices in mind. To respond to this changing landscape, Alto introduced its 1-inch and 6-inch articulating arm tablet holders. We designed these tablet holders to fit into existing Rosen aviation bases that were already installed on the aircraft. Advance slide, please. And since our arms did not feature charging, we identified a need to add more local USB ports to power the PEDs. Our new product introduction is a complete series of new base receptacles. We are offering a base receptacle only, which is non-charging, a base receptacle with an integrated USB single port, a base receptacle with integrated dual USB charging ports, single and dual cover bezels for side ledge cutouts, and all these bases are fully compatible with our tablet holder. The standard offering is a base-only model. The 1-inch circular shaft accepts and retains our tablet holder with a simple twisting locking motion. This provides a very simple interface to the cabin. And this is a non-charging unit and may be used with external USB charging ports. This base integrates a single USB charging port, and you may choose USB-A or USB-C ports for installation. This base integrates dual USB charging ports. This allows you to charge a device while using your PED. And you may combine USB-A or USB-C ports for installation. We offer decorative bezels that allow placement into the top of the side ledges. and these bases are easily installed into the cabin. So here are the two available cover bezel models to choose from. These bases easily integrate into new or existing interior configurations. With the fit-compatible mounting holes, it is easy to upgrade former Rosen bases with Alto bases with USB charging ports. This great solution allows passengers hands-free use of their PEDs. So we are offering a show discount on the base and arm combinations to AEA attendees. So stop by and see us in booth 802 and ask for our show special. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Hi, my name is Ross Cairns from Blue Avionics, and we got a couple new products to talk to you about today. We specialize in adaptable avionics and what adaptable avionics can do for you. We'll show you here. Our first new box is a BA650A3U. That's a level A adaptable avionics unit designed for critical systems in your aircraft. The initial certifications that we're looking at to use for this airplane or for this box will be on a air transport smoke detection controller system for the I can't announce what aircraft it is yet. And then also we're doing the controller, the aircraft controller doors with the same box, just configuration differences. We're also announcing that the capability to replace the DDA. The Skylight DDA, as you know, is not available anymore, and we've been asked to perform that function, and we have it working, and we're starting deliveries of that this month. It does the full functionality replacement so that you have no changes to your flight manual. The boxes are a little bit different in size, obviously, but you have the integrity monitors and LPV enunciations that are the same as the current box. And we are able to use that box for either part numbers for the DDA replacement for LPV or also for the ADS-B. So if you need that, we can help you out with it. Some new certifications. We have Embraer 120, which we did with Peregrine, where they did a brand new Garmin glass cockpit. And we're used to connect the dual GTN 650 interfaces to the FDR, the FADU and the FDR. And we also provide marker beacon enunciations. The ATR, there's several variants of the ATR 72. That was with Sabina / AKK Air Council. And that is primarily, once again, for ADS-B integrity monitoring. And then the Boeing MD variants, where we're working together with LB Aircraft Engineering and providing interface between the Honeywell EFIS systems, including dynamic scaling for en route, terminal, and approach, connecting together with the UNS-1 FMS. All these functions are formed with the same box, the BA540 AAU Adaptable Avionics Unit. I think we covered this before. Conditioning mins and maxes for airspeed, we're doing on a fighter jet, and also a wall chatter reduction that we do there to reduce the enunciations during takeoff. It was chattering when they were taking off and making a lot of noise. And in addition to that, we have the BA110 application into the jet stream, which is also being used for integration from the FMS over to the Primus system through using CSDB. We do have two new products that we really wanted to announce today, but they're just not ready, and we're not ready to put them out, but just keep looking for us during the summertime and you will see them come out, and we're thinking a couple of them are going to be some pretty game changers, so we're looking forward to working with you with those. Come and see us. We're on Duncan Alley and Universal Drive. We're on the corner right at 816. Come and see us.
Good morning. For pilots and operators, it can take a lot of time and effort to make sure the aircraft is always ready for flight. Garmin is here to help make it simpler. Let's take a look.
Every pilot knows that flying doesn't just start at the runway. It takes time, effort, and preparation beforehand to make sure you and your aircraft are ready for flight. And that's where PlaneSync technology from Garmin can really simplify your life by streamlining the whole process of managing and operating your aircraft. Using a 4G LTE cellular or Wi-Fi link, PlaneSync connects your avionics remotely, so you can keep tabs on your aircraft from virtually anywhere using the Garmin Pilot app on your compatible tablet or smartphone. Imagine being able to see that you have all the current databases you need for your flight, automatically downloaded directly to your aircraft with no hands-on involvement from you. No juggling database update cycles. No transferring data cards. With PlaneSync, your avionics and databases are kept ready to go whenever you are. By letting you check on your aircraft remotely, your PlaneSync connection takes the uncertainty out of flight prep. Instead of wondering if the FBO has completed the services you requested, you can see on the app if your plane's been serviced before you leave for the airport. PlaneSync saves you time and helps you avoid those last-minute surprises before departure, so you can focus on your pre-flight checks and get airborne sooner. Then, once you're cleared for takeoff, the PlaneSync data link also functions as a wireless gateway in flight, streaming data between your avionics and compatible mobile devices. So in effect, your tablet's touchscreen becomes an integral means for controlling, transferring, and displaying data in the cockpit. Use it to stream weather, traffic, and more across your compatible devices. Or transfer flight plans, review engine data, and more. Then, once you've landed, PlaneSync automatically uploads a logbook update of your flight to cloud storage. Engine data is logged too, so you can view it on your Garmin Pilot app or remotely share it online with your maintenance crew for quick analysis or troubleshooting. It's all about saving you time while keeping you fully in touch with your aircraft. It's PlaneSync Connected Aircraft Management. The flying life, simplified.
PlaneSync is expected to be available in the third quarter of 2023 via the new GDL60 LTE wireless transceiver, and for most customers will replace the need for FlightStream 510. Pricing for PlaneSync and the GDL60 will start at $39.95, plus installation, plus service plans. Thank you to our dealer network for attending AEA this week, and in particular for attending Garmin training on Thursday, where we will share much more about the planning for installations of the GDL60. We look forward to helping make the flying life for pilots and operators simple. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mike Reed. I'm a sales engineer for Tel Instrument Electronics, or TIC as we're more commonly known. And I'm excited to tell you that we're now shipping our all-new SDR Omni all-in-one avionics flight line test set. The initial reaction to this unit has been absolutely spectacular. Those who are using it love its large and responsive color touchscreen. They appreciate its intuitive ease of use and its compact and rugged form factor. It feels and it acts just like an iPad or a tablet. And they also appreciate its 2-year calibration cycle. Here you can see all the systems that the SDR Omni tests. Basically, Omni means all, and we test everything. We test all your surveillance systems, transponders, TCAS, your navigation systems, your communication and emergency radio systems, and we have troubleshooting tools for testing antennas and testing cable integrity. To give you a good idea of how the unit operates, I want you to take a look at this video about how the unit tests a Part 43 test on a transponder. So as we said, we're going to be using this King KT74 Mode S ADS-B capable transponder that we have here in the lab. So we'll go ahead and turn it to altitude reporting, and we'll get ready to test. So the transponder is now ready to test. We select FAA Part 43 test. Now we're going to go out and identify that transponder to determine what type of a transponder it is and whether or not there's one antenna or two antennas on the installation. In this case, we've identified a Mode S transponder. We display the address, and we note that there's only a single bottom antenna installed. Now we're going to go ahead and start the test. So we'll go ahead and hit bottom antenna. You can now see it's sequencing through the entire Part 43 FAA test procedure. Typically, this takes under 15 seconds. And there you can see this transponder passed. The overall test is a pass. You can tell by the green check mark. These are all the subtests, and we can expand any one of these to see the exact detailed data, or we can expand the entire test and look at all the data individually. Typically at this point, we're going to want to save that in a report. So we'll go ahead and save that. And now that report is available for later use and download. So that video should give you a good idea of the keep it simple design philosophy that we've used and how the responsive user interface works. So for those of you who have an interest in learning more about the SDR Omni and its operation, I'm going to be conducting a training session this afternoon at 4 o'clock in the Miami Room 1. And also, this is the most exciting part, TIC, along with our exclusive distribution partner, Aero Express, is going to be giving away a free SDR Omni this week. So come by our booth at 6:04, register to win, and good luck. I look forward to seeing you this afternoon, 4 o'clock in the Miami Room 1. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Brad Sutphin. I'm the Vice President with Texas Aerospace Technologies. Today I'm pleased to announce the newest product from our valued partner, LITEF. This product is a solution for aircraft requiring advanced technologies. The new LCR 110 is a GNSS-aided inertial reference system based on MEMS accelerometers and fiber optic gyros. Please watch and discover the partnership between two great organizations delivering one solution.
Knowing where we are, altitude, course, speed, is the basis of all navigation. With the LCR 110, LITEF has developed a low-cost, small-size, and low-weight inertial reference system using fiber optic gyro and micromechanical accelerometer technology. Its tightly coupled GNSS inertial platform is based on latest Kalman filter technology, enabling aircraft autonomous integrity monitoring. It's the ideal solution for all types of fixed and rotary wing aircraft. No magnetic sensing is required, which allows operations in extreme conditions, such as high latitudes and disturbed Earth magnetic fields. Highly accurate, pure inertial sensing allows performing the most challenging missions, like search and rescue. The in-flight recovery feature ensures the full IRS function, even on long endurance flights. Its cost-effective and low-weight design makes the LCR 110 the ideal alternative for classical IRS. This is a major step towards next-gen and Cesar operations, since it allows the introduction of the benefits of inertial navigation into aircraft classes usually not equipped with those systems due to cost and weight. Autonomous aircraft integrity monitoring with the LCR 110 provides robustness against jamming and integrity gaps, supporting RNP and RNPAR navigation. It's the ideal system to improve the capability and reliability of the aircraft's performance-based navigation, enabling optimized flight routes everywhere at any time. This helps operators to reduce fuel consumption and save time. The LCR 110 will contribute to future applications and improve the way we fly and navigate in the airspace of tomorrow. LITEF, leading inertial technology. We stand for passionate research and development.
LITEF and Texas Aerospace Technologies will deliver safety and performance to business jets, requiring the latest inertial reference system technology. For operators looking for an alternative replacement for IRS systems, the LCR 110 is the ideal solution. Smaller, lightweight, and 1/3 of the cost of legacy technology, the LCR 110 delivers outstanding reliability, which results from its high-performance inertial measurement unit. Gyro compassing capability per ARINC 704A eliminates the need for flux valves or magnetometers. The magnetic variation table to convert true heading into magnetic heading is hosted in the installation data module, allowing a mag variation update in the field without a software update of the IRU. Save your customers hundreds of thousands of dollars when it's time to upgrade their inertial reference systems. Provide peace of mind with autonomous aircraft integrity monitoring, which provides robustness against jamming and integrity gaps, supporting RNP and RNPAR navigation.
Thank you. Please stop by our booth 616 to learn more.
Good morning. I'm Dan Rado with Archangel Systems. We're a new member this year, so I thought it'd be a good idea to tell you a little bit about the company. We've been around about 30 years, headquartered in Auburn, AS 9100 approved. We have production in-house. We populate our boards. We have the necessary equipment there to completely build the product. A broad range of market segments. We have about 2,500 units in the field. Of those, 1,000 of them are inertial measurement units, and I'll expand on that in a minute. We are ITAR free, and therefore we have a good global customer base. Here's just a sample of some of the different airframes that we're on. You can see it's pretty diverse. We cover all those segments. We have several products, but we're very much focused on AHRS, Attitude Heading Reference Systems, both with and without air data capability. So we have our AHRS, AHR 150, digital 429 outputs of the necessary parameters. We have the pedigree for both the hardware certification and software. We have a high-performance version, too, or a version that handles high-performance aircraft if there's ever a need for something like that here. Our AHR 75 is strictly the AHRS. It's common with the AHR 150, just minus the air data capability. Again, the pedigree for both hardware and software certifications. And we also do some data converters, our AFC product line, and we have various versions of it fielded. We try to maintain commonality across those versions. And just a couple of examples, on the S64, we've done a stability augmentation conversion, converting digital to analog, and actually on F5, the interface between the mission computer and the legacy analog interfaces on that aircraft. So just a couple of examples. Now, the issue I want to talk about today is one that many of you are aware of, and we have a lot of legacy analog gyros and even some early generation AHRS out there that are legacy. So I'm in my office putting this presentation together, and I have this picture hanging on my wall. And that kid on the right, 6-year-old me, in Olive Ann Beach's office, meeting her when she's at the helm of Beach Aircraft. And it struck me, those gyros were being installed in King Airs back then. So I took that a little bit further, and there's a classic Learjet Foundation's restoring the very first Learjet delivered to a customer, serial number 3, Lear 23. That had 4 of those legacy JET gyros installed on it. It was built in 1963. So what's the issue? Well, the operating costs are rising, repairs are rising, the availability of parts is declining, so lower MTBFs, lower dispatch reliability for the aircraft. So we have a good solution for that, but as you know, those aircraft require analog. So we're announcing our D-to-A converter that provides all the analog outputs that those aircraft require. We convert it from our 429 into the necessary signals. Replace the offending components and don't worry about the flight deck. And packages start at less than $25,000 list price. Come and see us at booth 834 and we'll talk gyro updates. Thank you.
Hello, AEA members. My name is Brian Hart, the Sales and Marketing Director for Jupiter Avionics. Last year, we only introduced one product, the Eclipse digital audio system. This year, Jupiter has 12 new products to introduce, so let's get going. To kick things off, we are proud to introduce the JA72-510 and 610 glove boxes. So these glove boxes have 2 USB-C charging ports, and the JA72-610 incorporates a Bluetooth module so you can connect your phone to the audio panel and take calls. Similar to the previous slide, but without the glove box enclosure is the JA74-510 and 610. We cut off the top of the JA72 and made it more compact for saving space. There are only 3 Zeus high with dual USB-C chargers, and just like the other JA72-610 model, it has Bluetooth incorporated. Next up, we have the JA94-R62A. This is a dual 6-channel mixing amplifier with 2 mixers having each 6 channels
you get up to 12 channels total. This one box has 2 inputs and 2 outputs, and it's also TSO certified. Advanced slide, please. Next up, we have our JPC power converter. It provides a stable 28 volts of output power for a wide range of input voltages. This allows your 28 volt equipment to operate during engine startup and other low voltage situations. It also facilitates the installation of any 28 volt equipment in a 14 volt environment. Next up is the JLD panel mount light dimmer. This lightweight panel mount dimmer is designed to control your aircraft instrument lighting. JLD provides a low profile design for a number of location options in the cockpit. From our blanking plate product line, we are introducing 4 new styles. First is the JA71-HL7, which is a 7 Zeus high blanking plate with hook and loop Velcro. Next is our JA71-RC2A, which is a round clamp plate for installation of an instrument clamp. Next plate is our JA71-TT1. This plate makes it easy to mount Trig's product line of compact transponders and compact radios. All right, I've got a question. Have you ever needed a place to put your drink in the cockpit? Well, now you do with Jupiter's cup holder. The JA71-CH1 is easy to install and keeps your drink secure. Last but not least is the JA71-PP1X. Jupiter has heard all the horror stories about broken avionics screens. Here are 2 different versions protecting our Eclipse digital audio system. The one on the top is straight, and the one on the bottom is at an offset angle. After gathering some feedback, we've learned that some customers would like to use the protector bar as a hand rest when programming. So, I guess all sorts of different uses. In closing, Jupiter would like to thank all the AEA members for their continued support, especially our sole distributor, Dallas Avionics, that has a full catalog of our products in stock and ready to ship. Please visit our booth 721 to see all of our new products on display, and have a great show.
Good morning. I am Jamie Luster with Genesis Aerosystems. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us at AEA this year and learning about Genesis Aerosystems and our new products. With that, please roll video.
Introducing the Airbus H125 single-engine IFR Operations STC project. This exciting project is scheduled for completion by the second half of 2024 and will provide new operational capabilities to single-engine helicopters. The solution includes the Genesis Avionics Suite, composed of dual IDU 680 EFIS displays, Genesis VHF NavCom aircraft digital radio, Genesis IFR helicopter autopilot, dual redundant ADAHRS, dual GPS, FMS, and other equipment required to achieve IFR certification. Genesis is continuing to innovate its IFR helicopter autopilots with the addition of the 4th axis for hover hold and collective control feature that bring enhanced lateral and vertical functionality and the course intercept capabilities once reserved for military and transport helicopters. Additionally, the Genesis IFR helicopter autopilot 4th axis functionality adds to current pitch, roll, and yaw controls and provides life-saving stability augmentation in a lightweight system. Announcing the Genesis UHF Airborne Radio. This remote-mounted UHF communications radio is designed for fixed-wing and helicopter platforms. It is also designed for easy replacement of existing Honeywell Bendix King KTR 909 UHF radios, bringing high swap C savings. The Genesis UHF Airborne Radio is ideal for trainers, maritime patrol, NGO, and contract military utility operation, plus other special mission aircraft.
In addition to chatting with us in our booth, please join us for our training sessions. We have one today at 1 p.m. and one again in the morning at 8:30. We will have a drawing for a free bridle cable tensioner tool for anybody who attends our training. And with that, I'm going to take my Genesis hat off and put my AEA committee hat on for a minute and parrot what Bill mentioned earlier today regarding the Member Relationship Committee. Please take 5 to 10 minutes out of your day, either today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. Stop by the AEA registration booth or the AEA booth on the show floor and take the survey. It really will go a long way in helping us build better relationships between regular members and association members. If anybody has any questions about the committee, feel free to stop by the booth and talk to me about it. It's an open book. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Good morning, my name is Richard Finale. I'm the Senior Vice President of Gables Engineering. This is the first time we present at this session, so let's start with a video to acquaint you with Gables Engineering.
Gables Engineering is a privately owned business located in Coral Gables, near the vibrant, multicultural city of Miami, Florida.
We're a tight-knit group that develops avionic product solutions from A to Z, from product definition, design, and manufacturing to qualification testing and certification. I like that we're a relatively small group, flexible, and can do it all under one roof. I'm also really proud of our attention to detail. I'd say as a company, we're very dedicated, and it shows in our commitment to quality.
What's great about Gables is our leadership. They know the industry inside and out because they've worked with numerous customers and tiers in aviation, from airframe to avionic OEMs to providing airlines with solutions directly. Leadership recognizes the challenges and understands what we as engineers need to get the job done. The Gables workforce on average has 20 years of experience. That means if a customer comes in with a vision, great. If not, no worries. We have what it takes to sit with them closely to define and evolve the product into production.
Our customers face continual change, especially today, so we provide prototypes for evaluation that quickly adapt to new requirements. History-wise, Gables was founded in 1946, meaning we've been doing this for a long time. We're also AS 9100 certified, which supports continually improving our processes and product quality. That's what we're all about.
So Gables has been around for 77 years, but I'm here to talk to you about our display products, which we started 15 years ago, and in particular, the one on the top right corner, which is our new touchscreen radio controller. Next slide. The touchscreen radio controller, it weighs in at less than half a pound with a height of just 1.5 inches, and it is a controller designed to tune the Genesis GDR. Genesis, as you already saw, presented the GDR, and it comes in a family of radios, and our control panel can control all the functions that it has. So it is a COM and a nav control panel. On the left side, it has the COM tuning. It uses a touchscreen. And below that, there are various subpages and modes which are all configurable, including the spacing, brightness control. And on the right side, you have the nav tuning. And within it, there's also pages that you can control, including volume, marker sensitivity, DME hold function, the ident, and then we've also added a nav channel station identifier on the right side and a COM-TX indicator on the left, as well as other indications. Soon to come, we're going to be adding extended VHF comm up to 155.975 megahertz, UHF comm tuning, the combination of extended VHF and UHF comm tuning, and an NVIS version for special missions. This is all configurable through a configuration page. So come by and see us, see my colleagues. We'll talk to you more about it. We're at Gables booth 422 and also Genesis booth 510. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Steve Broderick, Distribution and Business Development for AEM. AEM is a leading global provider of specialty aviation solutions. We are excited for the opportunity to share with you one of our new products with some even bigger developments coming later this year. We are pleased to present to the public the first of the AEM Mission Transceiver Series radios, the MTR 138000GNW. This is a remote mount analog VHF FM radio for special role and multi-mission aircraft. It is a suitable replacement for the NAT NTX series remote mount radios controlled by the TH series TACOM 2 control heads. This serial controlled radio has the ability to be integrated and controlled by a glass cockpit. The AEM MTR operates in wide and narrow band for use outside of North America. Its frequency range is 138 to 174 megahertz. It provides full CTCSS and DCS tone capability, being that it's controlled by a command structure over the RS-422 bus. It can be easily adapted for either a glass cockpit or a panel mount controller. With all of the features expected in an analog VHF FM radio, the MTR has 128 channels, scanning capabilities, high and low power, 10 watts and 1 watt respectively, narrow and wide channel bandwidth. It has a synthesized two-channel guard receiver. It is tested to TIA 603E and qualified to DO 160G. As mentioned earlier, the MTR is a suitable replacement for the NAT NTX series VHF remote mount radio, and since it has a synthesized guard, it is a replacement for all of the NTX variants. Please join myself and our experienced audio program manager, Todd Blackstock, and our avionics console specialist, Rob Moore, at booth 213, where we have on display our industry-leading P139 digital audio system. It's the preferred solution for law enforcement agencies in the United States. We also have our new Bluetooth audio accessory, our oral warning generator, and loudspeaker systems on hand. So come by for a visit, and we look forward to standing up here at next year's NPI.
Please advance the slide. Thank you. Go ahead. Hi, I'm Tom Harper, Director of Marketing for Avidyne. And go ahead, next slide here. I want to give you a quick update today on what Avidyne's been up to. Of course, we're moving forward on our Vantage 12 program for Cirrus aircraft. Excuse me. So if you have Cirrus owners that have the legacy Integra equipment, we've got the Vantage 12 upgrade that will be coming out later this year. We have announced 2023 pricing, and we've also announced our ADC2 and MAG2 option. So come by the booth and see that. Go ahead, next slide. Assume this is not working. And earlier this year, we certified the 10.3.1.2 software release for the IFDs. It had several product improvements in it. It also is what enabled our FMS-only Atlas flight management system. Go ahead. And of course, earlier we announced, this would have been last year, but many of you may not be aware, we've approved the dual Atlas installation in the Lear 55 series, and of course adding GPS en route, approach operations, synthetic vision, electronic approach charts, lots of nice capabilities in that same form factor where it was nav only. So that's a great program, and we're moving into additional Part 25 aircraft as we speak. Go ahead. And then at Heli Expo, we announced the partnership with our friends at ISNS to develop the new Helix integrated flight deck featuring our dual Helios FMS systems, giving these helicopter operators improved dispatchability and reliability, et cetera. And we're proud to say we've partnered with PHI as system integrator on the initial STC, which is being an S76C++, and that'll be out later this year. So a lot going on there. One more, please. And we do have dealer training at the show this week. TJ will be doing training this afternoon right down the hall here from 1 to 5 on Vantage. We've got some new details we can share with you. And also, of course, on our IFD installations. And then Bill Thompson will be doing training on Wednesday morning from 8:30 to 10:30 on the do's and don'ts of system integration. I think you'll find that very interesting and helpful. So with that, next slide, come by and visit our booth at 726. Be sure to come to our training, and we look forward to seeing you at the show. Thanks.
Good morning, AEA 2023 Orlando. You're at presenter number 20, so you're getting there. This is one of my favorite presentations or favorite sessions of the AEA because it allows us to continue to increase technology. I love this prop. Nothing's wrong with this. I've had one of these in my past, but it allows us to advance technology, and I really appreciate everybody being here and for your attention. It's a really important session for us. And so speaking in terms of advanced technology, my name is Joe Stifler with Applied Avionics, and for over 50 years, you've allowed us to provide the Nexus, even the Vivison lighted push-button switches, and the Nexus solid-state devices. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we've advanced technology, and we are embedding signal processors into the form factors that we already provide. Now, Vivison and Nexus Component Technology have been our standby brands. We've supported you with systems and applications engineering, and now we're expanding our capabilities to include a line of products with embedded software under the new Nexus banner, Nexus Link. We anticipate several iterations of the Nexus Link, but the first launch is an integrated signal processor with a straightforward goal. The goal is to simplify the design and interface of some of the most complex aircraft signal processing applications in the smallest form factor possible. Speaking in terms of indicators and switches, 81714 modules, and avionics boxes. And you'll see more about the form factors here shortly at our booth. But we're doing this without sacrificing the durability and pedigree for aircraft certification. Advanced side, please. Thank you. A new Nexus product is justified by being able to support a wide range of applications from cabin entertainment and communications to aircraft control systems. Advanced slide, please. Thank you. The new ISP does afford the operator or the designer a wide range of inputs and outputs that can do everything from simple digital and data conversions, which is receive and transmit applications for rank 429 and 232, to digital and to analog to digital conversions. So a lot of these are out there. There's a lot of converters out there, but there's something that makes ours different. It can perform real-time mathematical calculations based on the inputs to produce the desired outputs. Moreover, all of this is accomplished by compiling your specific requirements, there we go, into a custom configuration file that's factory loaded onto a microprocessor at the time of manufacturing. The development process starts with gathering detailed application requirements so the design can ultimately be verified by software simulation and hardware testing. After the configuration file is loaded onto the ISP, it undergoes a final verification testing to confirm all requirements are met. After confirmation, the Nexus Link is ready to ship. Applied Avionics has engineered the Nexus Link production cycle to be completed in a matter of weeks instead of months. This is possible through the type of engineering process, the type of process that we've engineered to allow for custom configurations. So we're not hosting the devices in needing to have you run through an STC, deal with DAL level A, and those types of certification. The software is designed and certified to the highest level of FAA, DAL level, DAL level ACE assurance. Once you have your custom configuration file loaded, we ship it. It's part of your bill of material. You're not going through an entire STC to qualify the product. What you see here is the lighted push-button switch configuration or form factor that you could load the configuration file into. This is one example of the Skylight DDA that's being replaced right now inside of one of our indicators. We're literally using two indicators, because the cockpit has two sides, to house the ISP software. This particular one will be a three-way split, but it can afford up to 4 segments without external wiring, so the wiring is integrated inside of it. It has 28 addressable pins, rather 20, and the module that you see behind there has 28 addressable pins, affording signal processing and can be mounted into a Type 1 rail. Again, that's a common M81714 type package. For expanded or increased complexity applications, we have an avionics enclosure with up to 56 I/O. The Nexus Link expands the system-to-system capabilities of our products, and it combines unparalleled functionality into the smallest, power-efficient package. The Nexus Link is designed, it's tested, it's approved to the highest FAA design assurance levels. Please contact us for more information on the Nexus Link products. Our technical sales, our applications engineering and systems engineering support teams are ready to help, and we could provide details concerning the new Nexus Link. So contact us for specific assistance and design support of your next Nexus application. And please visit us at booth number 216. Thanks for your attention.
Good morning, AEA 2023. My name is Ruben Mann, Head of Marketing of Skytrack, and today I'm introducing the Skylink 7100, aviation's answer for truly global satellite, cellular, and Wi-Fi connectivity. Next slide, please. Skytrack is a global leader in satellite communications, currently serving over 800 customers on more than 8,000 aircraft across all 7 continents. Skytrack is a value-added manufacturer and reseller for Iridium and has partnerships with nearly all major OEMs, including Airbus, Leonardo, Gulfstream, and many more. Next slide. In addition to airtime and mission services designed to increase operator safety and efficiency, Skytrack provides a complete end-to-end service which includes avionics, Iridium Certus connectivity, ground support equipment, customized software, antennas, and installation kits. The Skylink, as part of our Iridium Certus mid-band product offering, provides extensive communication and mission management capabilities while packing its performance into the size of an iPad mini. And now we'll play a short video on the Skylink to introduce you to those capabilities.
Introducing the Skylink 7100, aviation's answer for truly global mid-band data link connectivity. Leveraging the Iridium Certus satellite network with built-in 4G LTE cellular and Wi-Fi hotspot capability, the Skylink delivers next-generation global communications to support voice and data for crewed and uncrewed aircraft alike in a lightweight, low-power, and high-performance package. Capable of up to 88 kilobits per second of Iridium Certus bandwidth, the Skylink 7100 can be relied on in the cockpit and cabin for various cockpit and mission management services. This includes EFB connectivity, real-time voice and text communications, application hosting, aircraft tracking, aircraft health monitoring, medical device connectivity, and in-flight entertainment through email and light messaging applications. Designed with the operator in mind, the compact and versatile communications terminal features dynamic least-cost routing software to ensure cost efficiencies when cellular connectivity is available, automatically switching from satellite to cellular networks. The device also features 2 dedicated high-definition voice channels, so cabin and crew can communicate independently. The Skylink is a capable device for autonomous and uncrewed fleets, supporting command and control beyond visual line of sight and real-time photo and data transmissions as needed. With multiple antenna and configuration options, the Skylink's versatility enables operators to provide reliable cockpit connectivity in all airframes, ensuring fleet harmonization for enhanced operational efficiencies. The Skylink features multiple inputs and outputs, including Ethernet, USB, and RS-232 for easy integration and installation, and can be used as a transferable portable device. For technical information, updated STC lists, use cases, integrations, and more, please visit skytrack.ca.
We invite you to learn more about Skytrack's Iridium Certus solutions, including the Skylink, this afternoon at 3 p.m. in room Sun 3, which will be presented by Ian Ronas, Skytrack's Director of Product Management. Alternatively, you can visit myself, Skytrack, and the rest of the ACR Group team at booth 700 on Tuesday and Wednesday this week on the trade show floor. Thank you for your time.
Good morning. My name is Bob Wetzel. I'm with Flight Data Systems, and I'm here to talk about CVR, FDR maintenance readouts. Over the past 30 years, our readouts have been carried out under CAA, UK, CAA, EASA 145 procedures in our UK office. We also conform to ICAO and FAA mandates, or not mandates, but recommendations. And we're now introducing this service here in the US to our dealer network and partners. So you may ask yourself, why are readouts necessary or important? We think that the foundation of our customers' safety analysis programs and maintenance analysis programs are based on a secure, accurate readout. There's a ripple effect that goes forward if you have bad data coming from your recorder, especially your flight data recorder, and that affects any analysis that you may be doing on a safety program or maintenance trending. So it's imperative that you do have a good, accurate data readout. On average, we do over 3,500 combined CVR and FDR and data link messaging readouts a year. We have over 444 databases in our library. We have the ability to custom build databases. Our standard turn time is around 3 days, and we do provide an AOG service in case you have an incident or something and you need to look at the data quickly to make a go, no-go type decision. We have the capability to turn those readouts around in a rather quick time for you. Our service is a managed service. You download the data, then you send it to us via a secure server. A majority of our customers use our handheld multi-purpose interface unit known as the Humpy. Once you download either on wing or from the bench, you can upload that data right from the Humpy when it's in its cradle to our facility via secure network. And then our analysts have immediate access to start running reports. We offer 3 different types of reports in our readout service. FDR readouts, CVR readouts, and data link messaging reports. Those consist of correlation checks, parameter correlation checks, incident reports, CSV files. A lot of regulators like to look at the CSV listings. We also do list and trace, and we'll do special list and trace in the event of an incident. CVR reports are a little different. We're looking at audio intelligibility. We provide a recording quality check. We check that the microphones and area mic are working properly. And we are very cautious and conscious of the secure nature of the data, the CVRs, so we follow strict procedures in-house, making sure only one analyst is handling the CVR data and that it's handled properly and securely. Our data link messaging reports are very simple. We can verify that you are receiving those and that they're accurate. We support over 100 different airframe types, from Cessna 208s up to Airbus and Boeing heavy iron aircraft. We service a lot of corporate aircraft, from Learjets, King Airs, Bombardier, Gulfstream, and so on. Our customer base is over 100 customers, or 130 customers globally. A lot of these customers sign up for multi-year agreements, and as part of that, they get timely readouts in the format that they need for the countries that they are based in. We have a training session this afternoon. Please come by and listen to Cliff Williams. He'll be taking on that task force. And then come by and visit us at booth number 700. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Andy Smith. I'm the Southeast Regional Sales Manager here at Aspen Avionics, and so I want to take a moment to talk a little bit about the new software that we released a few months ago, 2.12. The main purpose of it, or a lot had to do with it, was to do the baseline of the GFC 600 digital interface that we have now. That digital interface is going to give you, with the software unlock, it's going to give you the altitude pre-select and indicated airspeed selection, as well as digital flight director. Currently, right now, it's only on the pre-1984 Bonanzas with the flat panel right now, but hopefully soon we'll have a bunch of more airframes added to that. It did also add the ARINC 429 outputs for the Trio and the Bendix King autopilots, the Aero-Cruise 100, for some pre-select stuff that hopefully they'll be working on that soon. Some of the user interfaces improvements is that we added some extended runway information for the pilot there on the MFD. and reduced the auto max brightness from the 70 to 50. We had a lot of feedback that when it went to max bright, it just blinded you. So we reduced it down to 50%. Some dealer improvements, the software for you guys out there, expanded fault logs so that we're able to grab a lot more information from what happens to the unit if there is a failure or any information like that, so that we can troubleshoot a lot more better with you guys out there and really dive down and figure out what went wrong and why anything went wrong. It does have a better AHRS performance in it, and along with that is an updated EA 100 software that you'll need because the better performance on the AHRS, as well as some DFC 90 software fixes and update there. And then, of course, the teaser, other provisions for future improvements that we can add later on. Along with the 212 software, we certified the E5 and got it TSO'd. So what a TSO does to the E5 is that it's going to simplify our production in the factory, and it's going to reduce the lead times and repair times. It's going to allow us to do more software and more updates quicker because of the certification, because of the hardware is exactly the same between the Pro Max and the E5, so it's going to expedite a lot of stuff going forward. Just like on the Pro Max, we did add the ARINC 429 outputs for the Trio and the Bendix King autopilots. The E5, if you do have a customer that has an E5 and wants to do the upgrade to the 212 and grab some of that feature and functionality, the unit does have to come back to us for a little bit, and then we can put the software on there and update the hardware. Come see us at booth 900. It's always a good conversation. Come shake our hands and meet everybody. So appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Anderson, and I'm with Viavi Solutions. Viavi Solutions is a manufacturer of test equipment out of Wichita, Kansas. We've got 2.5 product announcements. We are also giving away free product. I'll leave it as an exercise for the audience to figure out which one we're giving away for free while supplies last. That's me. All right, our first product announcement is our newly released and newest product in our fuel quantity line of test sets. This is 90-3 and is capable of testing any AC or DC capacitive fuel, water, liquid oxygen, or engine oil system. If any of you shops are testing fuel and are tired of draining tanks and ambient filling tanks, you need to have one of these. PSD90 is also capable of the simulation of AC and DC capacitance in order to test cockpit indicators, so it works in both directions. You can test probes and you can test the panel equipment as well. Viavi's been developing fuel quantity test sets for quite a while now, and this product replaces all of our legacy fuel test equipment. One key feature of the PSD90 is that it provides automatic detection of contaminated fuel probes by either automated or manual fashion. So the PSD90 is fully compatible with all of our previous interface cables, and we may be able to make use of or adapt your existing interfaces. And please stop by our booth to see how to get started. Our second new product release is an update to our AVX 10K. If you may recall, the AVX 10K is the combination of the IFR 4000 and IFR 6000, which were previously manufactured by Viavi and still are. Since we last met, we've released the ILS, the VOR, comms, and ELT software applications and pushed all that software out. For the current users of the AVX 10K, you want to make sure you're on the latest software version, which is 3.1.7. We've also developed some value proposition information. You can stop by our booth and get a copy of that as well. So with this latest release, all of the applications associated with the IFR 4000 and 6000 are now part of the AVX 10K test capabilities. We also continue to develop additional training videos, which are available currently on our website, also via YouTube, and also accessible through our remote mobile tech app, which works on everyone's phones. Completion of these applications includes the release of the formal AVX 10K equivalency letter that a lot of you have been asking for. This equivalency letter and additional details as a comparison between the 4,000, 6,000, and the 10K are available at the link shown here. And finally, how many people have been trying to put a round peg in a square hole? So we've come up with a solution for this problem for the Ravi AV22 antenna. Stop by our booth, and like I said, this is the one that we're giving away. So stop by our booth while supplies last. That's it for our product announcements this year. We do have a training session at 4 o'clock today. We'll be walking through testing made easy with the AVX 10K, and finally, stop by the AEA silent auction table and place your bids for this model for a Stirling radial engine model. As always, all proceeds help the AEA Education Foundation with its mission of providing scholarships for the next generation of aviation technology experts. Thank you for your time, and make it a great day.
Good morning and happy Monday. My name is Luke Gamal, and I'm pleased to be able to present on behalf of Southeast Aerospace. Partnering with Garmin and Peregrine Avionics, we developed 2 new STCs to put the Garmin GI-275 in your jet. Not that many of you own jets, but you work on jets, and many of you are Garmin dealers, so these STCs are for you. The first one is the GI-275 configured as an electronic standby instrument. You can see on the left on the screen, it's going by itself. You can see that the GI-275 is configured as an ADI, and you see the airspeed is in Mach display. We approved that through our STC, and the STC is wide open to do many configurations that may be needed to customize it to a specific aircraft. On the right is an IVSI configuration of the GI-275, and this is intended to replace older and failing IVSI displays with TCAS-2 resolution advisory display. This is a recent project that we completed that we were able to install all 3 GI-275s in the aircraft. If you're not familiar with it, take a look at it and come stop by our booth and see if you can guess what aircraft model this is. It's a pretty custom upgrade. Notice the STC numbers on the bottom right and left of the displays. So as an IVSI, we developed this STC as well as some kits, which I'll get to in a second, that allows for a 1-hour change of the existing IVSI to the Garmin GI-275. It includes integration with TCAS-2 resolution advisory displays. It's lighter, brighter, and has continued support long into the future. As an ESI, this STC offers a simple and all-in-one display option to replace the failing electronic standby instruments from 20, 30 years ago now, as well as some mechanical instruments such as airspeed, ADI, and altimeter. We also approved the use of GPS. It does not need to be the internal GPS. We can bring it in from the navigation source, such as on the Gulfstream G4. You can use the GLSSU and its RNC 743 format output into the GI-275 to take advantage of the GPS-aided AHRS and synthetic vision display. We also approved the use of VHF navigation displays through RNC 429, as well as high-speed data bus and even VOR composite signal. Along with the STCs, we developed some kits. You can see on the display we've got that little yellow adapter in between, so that adapts a 3 ATI square-ish hole to the Garmin 3.125-inch round hole with knob. We mill that in-house. It's PMA'd, so it's available to the Garmin dealer network. Can also use this adapter on other aircraft, such as a King Air or a Piaggio, or any other aircraft that you may think of that would have a 3 ATI hole that you need to put a GI 275 in. We also build an adapter harness that will adapt the IVA 81 Alpha or Delta instrument to the GI 275, which will allow you to have that 1 hour turn time for that replacement. On to the AMLs. So these are AML STCs. So they are wide open. There's over 5,000 individual serial numbers that they affect. You may want to take a picture. We have this data available on our website as well, and some more technical information for your consumption. And that's all for today, folks. Take a look at our booth. We've got some nice giveaways. We're booth number 311. Thanks for your time.
Good morning. My name is Bill Dalton. Proud to be representing Innovative Advantage this morning. And I just want to give a little bit of information about us. We're experts in aircraft audio, video, and data technologies. Our main product is the AVDS node, or Audio Video Distribution System node. We have 8,000 units in the field. It's a truly hybrid system with no disadvantages. It's 1,200 gigabits per second fiber backbone with no single point of failure, and it's extremely scalable. And it's field proven. I like to say proven, emphasize that. We're on 1,800 aircraft flying with an in-service MTBF of over 25,000 hours. We're on all Gulfstream models and aftermarket aircraft all the way up to 747s. This is what the main product looks like. It's a backbone with GPIO, Ethernet, redundant fiber optic ring, and card slot configurations, which can accept any one of our almost 20 card slots, or cards, accepting any type of video, audio, Ethernet, fiber. It's a very configurable unit. We have some new development. We're constantly developing, stay ahead of the continuous changes involved in audio and video, and it's tougher than you think. And we listen to our value customers, provide data, provide products and features. There's a few of the things we have now. Our Bluetooth adapter. Now the hardware's not exactly new, but we have some new features with it. So it's been set up as a receiver for quite some time. We have a client software tool that you use to give it a user-friendly name, so it's easy to find when you walk on board with your phone. You find the device. There's no complex pairing. It's always in pairing mode. Simply find it in your device and start streaming audio to the IFE. The new feature that we've enabled through software only is we can now configure it with the same client tool to be either a receiver or a transmitter. In transmit mode, you can find it with your Bluetooth wireless headset, and now you're free to roam the cabin and listen to your music. The next thing is HDMI Consumer Electronic Control, or CEC. Is a protocol that allows compatible devices to communicate back and forth with your TV or other devices using the remote controls that you see here, your Roku or Apple TV remotes, and we've integrated those controls seamlessly into the IFE system. The exciting feature of this is now users can use now that we know that data is truly high speed, much more affordable, they're bringing on their Rokus, their Apple TV, and we have integrated that control. And the exciting feature of it is we have now, if you receive a PA, we can actually pause those downstream devices, which that control wasn't there before. We also have our SCB, or signal converter box. This is exciting because it's a very small package. It's about 3 inches by 7 inches, 2.5 inches tall or so. We have two USB-C ports. One is low power charging only. The other is high power charging, and it also accepts USB-C video. So now you can inject video from your laptop, iPad, tablets into the IFE system. We can distribute it to any cabin monitor or stream it to PEDs in the cabin. We also have HDMI in and out, SDI for copper in and out, and fiber to connect it to the rest of our system. It's a very powerful little device. And with that, I just want to say thank you. We look forward to seeing you all at our booth. Come see us at 617.
Good morning. I'm Gene Velasquez. I'm with a company called 1 Mile Up, and we make a software program called Panel Planner. It's a computer program to design instrument panels. We've been doing this for about 25 years, and our software is really meant for those people who want to show their customer what the panel is going to look like. Tolstoy had a beginning of his book. He said that every good marriage is the same in its goodness. Every bad marriage is bad in its badness. I think what he was trying to say is maybe something for us in the aviation business, that every panel that we want to start, everything that we want to work with can be very easy, can work so well sometimes. But when it goes bad, the things that can go bad are almost endless. The kind of problems that you can run into with the technology is pretty amazing. And what I'm hearing today is such great new technologies coming to the industry. It's actually mind-boggling just sitting here and listening to all the things that are coming through. New innovations, things like flying cars, technology like rotor aircraft and self-flying aircraft, EVs. All this technology, though, takes a problem. And part of that problem is actually making it happen. Slide, please. Thanks. So with this new technology, how do you make it happen? Part of the problem is paperwork, getting approvals, getting the technology to be accepted. These kind of things can take years. As you probably all know, with the technology that you've seen, it's probably taken every one of those manufacturers years to be able to get through that process of making that happen. Slide, please. Like the Garmin system for self-landing aircraft. I mean, this kind of technology is again, it's just mind-boggling to what you now have available to you. But to get there, again, it's taken mountains of paperwork. It's taken years of implementation process. And it also takes a lot of manufacturing time and systems and training. All of that takes years to be able to, again, go from the ideas that are the different manufacturers displayed to you today to making them real. And then we have to actually do something with it. Here's an example of the kind of things the shops can contend with. Imagine trying to take 2023 technology and put it together with 1970 wiring. With Panel Planner, one of the things that we've been doing for our entire time of our existence is try to understand how better to give you a tool that will take things forward. With Panel Planner today, one of the new products that we'll be showing today is Harness Planner, of how you can take that whole wiring problem and harness it. The second thing we'll be showing at our booth today is things like carbon fiber design, doing text, being able to do it in silk screen, carbon fiber wiring. All of that will be displayed not only at our booth, but we'd like to invite you to our training, which will be Tuesday and Wednesday at 8:30. But with that, I really would just like to thank all the shops here who are using our product, but also to invite you to come see what we're up to. We, again, have implemented things like powder coating in our new technology. Again, we have wiring as a potential solution for anybody who's facing that as a problem. And, as Tolstoy would say, this is a marriage of convenience. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Kerry Neighbors with Laversab. We are excited to announce that we have released 3 new functions for our Laversab ARTS 7000 avionics radio test system. These functions are GPS simulation, VSWR, meter, and distance default. The GPS test includes both fixed position as well as motion simulation via waypoints. By connecting to a Laversab Air Data tester, you have a complete platform automated for 91.411 and 413 testing. Here is a short video to demonstrate how easy the new features are to use. We are very excited about all the capabilities in the arts, and and the fact that we've received our Boeing approval, as well as other OEMs. Please join us today in Training Room Sanibel 3 at 2 p.m. for a training class presented by Camillo. Or visit us at our booth 720 for a demonstration today. Enjoy the show. Thank you very much.
Kia ora, good morning. My name is Philip Hutchings, and I bring greetings from the sunny city of Nelson, which is situated on the top of the South Island of New Zealand and the home to Flight Cell International. Step aside HF radio, the new era of long-range communication is here. And I'd like to introduce you our product, the Flight Cell SVS, the Safety Voice System. Utilizing the Iridium ATS safety system and targeting twin turboprop aircraft, smaller fixed-wing aircraft and helicopters, the Flight Cell SVS is not just another satellite phone. It is a satellite phone on steroids using only the voice component of the ATS safety system. The Flight Cell SVS is built to conform with TSO C159B, which is the next generation satellite systems equipment, and complies with AC 150B airworthiness approval of satellite voice equipment supporting air traffic service communication. Our SVS integrated with the aircraft audio system will give you full duplex conversation with the air traffic service controller. So how does this differ from normal satellite phone, you may ask? The ATS controller or the flight crew have the ability to change the priority of a call, and the system will allow their higher priority to go through or interrupt a call. If on the same priority, either of the receiving people will receive and be alerted that a call is waiting. Either party can change a call to one of 4 priority levels, which is no priority, low, high, or emergency. You don't need to know the number of the global ATS services, as all their ICAO numbers are already programmed in the unit. All you need to do is select the name of the ATS service required, press dial, select the priority you require, and your call will go through within 8 seconds. The ATS controller will also know your safety voice contact details, which they'll get off your flight plan, which will be the ICAO or your aircraft rego, and it's in the same place on the flight plan as you'd put your cell call. A major feature of the Flight Cell SVS is its low power requirement. Powered from 12 to 32 volts and only draws 1 amp at 28 volts, so it could be connected to the essential bus bar, thus enhancing safety by giving you the ability to have long-range communication during load-shedding conditions, which is not the case with most HF radio installations. The Flight Cell SVS is a single box weighing 1.4 pounds and is DO160G tested. The only other component you would require is an airframe-mounted Iridium satellite antenna, and you have the choice of 1 or 2 modems within each unit, obviously keeping in mind that each modem would require its own satellite antenna and SIM card. You would use an Iridium Safety Voice SIM card in the primary modem, and you could use a normal SAT SIM in the second modem. So to summarize, the Flight Cell SVS is a light and compact all-in-one SAT voice system, cost-effective hardware giving you high-quality audio with no interference or radio fading, global coverage over the Iridium network, make calls to parties other than air traffic services, make calls to air traffic services, which includes changing the priority of the call, and a simple installation. The Flight Cell SVS joins our family of products, our Smart Hub data recorder, and our flagship product, the DZMX, which sports a new feature, frequency monitoring. Our software-defined receiver gives you the ability to listen to any frequency between 25 kilohertz to 2 gigahertz, and also displaying ADSB in and AIS on our Moving Map app. Please come visit us at booth 622. Thank you, and Matiwa.
Good morning. Smart Sky achieved nationwide coverage and launched our patented air-to-ground network last year. We're rapidly expanding our customer base, wowing passengers with internet entertainment that just plain works. My role here is to ensure that we have connection beyond the cabin. To that end, I'm here to introduce a new product, our Smart Sky Private Intranet. But first, here's a brief video showing why Smart Sky stands out.
Built from the ground up, our high-speed network leverages innovative communication technologies to create dependable, responsive, and secure connections for the entire aircraft. The network's consistent performance delivers the ultimate experience for users in the cockpit, cabin, and operations to connect what's important in real time. 20 times more broadband spectrum and very low latency allow for in-flight entertainment like gaming and streaming, cloud applications, office-like productivity, uninterrupted voice calls, messaging, video conferencing, and more. Transmission symmetry ensures broadband performance both to and from the aircraft, making real-time weather, flight planning, aircraft performance, and maintenance information as effortless at 35,000 feet as on the ground. Smart Sky's patented beamforming technology solves the challenges of in-flight data transfer by assigning a separate connection to each aircraft. There's no bandwidth sharing, which ensures scalability, consistently higher speeds, and information privacy.
So, to start a discussion on a private intranet, we first need to understand the different domains on the aircraft. Most of us are probably familiar with the PIES domain, or the passenger information domain, but we're going to focus on the other two domains. With the use of a aircraft interface device, or an AID, like with our partner at Astronix and their WebCS, we can move past the cabin to the flight deck, involving maintenance, flight operations, even more. The AID allows us to take advantage of these other two domains, but with the power of advanced connectivity for our use of EFB or even health monitoring. Smart Sky's use of the 5G technologies like beamforming, smartware-defined and software-defined network means we can provide the industry's only custom direct routing of sensitive traffic that does not touch the internet. With 3 points of presence, or POPs, across the United States, all connected by our private network, we can uniquely make the customer's aircraft part of their own enterprise network. In other words, a private intranet. With those different points of presence, the Smart Sky's 5G technology in play, our new private intranet service can make it easy for you to comply with your aircraft network security program, or an ANSP. Smart Sky ensures that each aircraft gets low latency, secure dedicated connection, and an ample bandwidth that is not shared with other aircraft. Smart Sky only serves the aviation space, sharing spectrum unlike connectivity providers in the other markets or deal with any contention. All of those can slow things down on your network. Behind the scenes, we make this work using our SkyTelligence, Smart Sky's data exchange platform that supports the aviation community's digital transformation that we're faced with. SkyTelligence helps us move the right data to the right place at the right time with a secure connection, whether that data is from the aircraft with an AID, whether that data is from the FAA swim feed, or any of our numerous providers that provide data onto the platform. In the case of our private intranet offer, our ATG network and SkyTelligence works together to ensure we make your aircraft a true node on your network. We ask that you visit us at booth 511 to learn some more. Thank you for your time today.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for sticking around with us this morning. I think it's almost at the end, so I really appreciate everybody's time. My name is Matt Bartolotta. I am the Director of Sales for CCX Technologies. I'd like to thank AEA and GoGo Aviation for giving us this opportunity to present. Also like to congratulate the award recipients. So some of you may be familiar with CCX Technologies and our all-in-one T-Rex RP Plus avionics tester that we've showcased at past events. At CCX, we pride ourselves on providing technology that our customers ask for and technology that doesn't exist in today's market. And with that in mind, and building off the momentum that we've gained in past years at these new product introductions, I'm very excited to announce our T-Rex GPS to the AEA community. Our new T-Rex GPS once again redefines avionics testing, being one of the most lightweight and compact GPS units on the market today, with the added bonus of being upgradable to a full avionics tester with a simple software update at any point in the future. With an intuitive user interface, our device validates the GPS functionality on board the aircraft. Over the next few minutes, I'll be highlighting some of the features of our new T-Rex GPS. Running on SBAS and WAAS satellite generation, the device monitors dynamic position and altitude movement using the current GPS satellite almanac. We designed our T-Rex GPS with our customers in mind. We're providing them a solution for those of our customers that want a sturdy, software upgradable GPS unit, but don't want to deal with the typical cumbersome weight and size that they've experienced in the past. Despite being only 5 pounds, the T-Rex GPS is built to withstand the most demanding requirements in today's modern aircraft. It's easy to use and a secure, intuitive user interface make it one of the most user-friendly devices on the market, allowing for an easy setup with little to no training. The portable device features a sunlight-readable 10-inch color touchscreen and a 10-hour battery life, making it ideal for any aircraft environment. The software-based architecture of the T-Rex GPS allows us to design it to adapt to our customers' needs over time. That's why we made this standalone GPS unit fully upgradable to a T-Rex RP Plus avionics tester, while still including the brilliant features of the GPS unit itself. The device ships fully calibrated for all testing capabilities, giving you the flexibility around upgrading your device in that first year prior to the first calibration. There's no need to send it in for the calibration if you decide to upgrade within that time frame. Thank you once again for your time and attention. Please come visit us at booth 229 with any questions, and we'd also love to provide a demo for you. We're also running some current AEA promotional pricing with 15% off all of our T-Rex products and accessories. Thank you very much. Enjoy the week and look forward to meeting you on the show floor. Take care.
Hello, my name is Dor Yahav. I'm Universal Avionics CEO, and I want to talk to you today about vision. And yes, also about the new product that we launch here today. So it's not about the vision that I don't have anymore or the vision I wanted to have as a young aviator. It's about the vision around the connected world. So what's Universal Avionics and connected world? We don't build airplanes, we do avionics. But it's important to know that today, 1/3 of the flights in North America are being canceled or delayed due to 75% of them are due to low visibility condition and adverse weather. The majority of the rest is around air congestion and delays, which are a ripple effect or a domino effect of those delays. So in the end, it's about the full picture. And the full picture that we launch here is called Aperture. Now, what we want to share with you is that modern airplanes they have around 8 different visual sensors out there that are being used as inputs. The tail, the wingtips, the tail camera, the belly on the nose cone, which we all obviously do. And I want to talk about what are we doing with those sensors, how we're utilizing them, and how we are offering a solution here. So the first one that I want to emphasize is the one that sticks on the front of the airplane, the EVS camera. I mean, we have deployed as a company more than 3,000 of those. Essentially, that's what it does. It provides a pilot the ability to look at low visibility condition day and night and get this wonderful image. But those 8 sensors, in the end, needs to serve someone. And the someone can be either in the cabin, in the cockpit. So we manage the whole thing all together and present it either on a down display or the head wearable display or the head-up display to the pilot. And this is what you're supposed to see when you turn on the camera, enhancement of your vision. Allow you to operate. Now, in the end, this product that we first certified early this year looks like a very innocent product. It manages videos, it scale them, it manipulate them, but it's a very, very promising product to us, and it's a nasty one. And the reason is that what it's about to do right after we collect all of those cameras and sensors and how it's going to look like in the near future. Now, when we talk about what's next, now just imagine you have this box, it collects all those input, now add on artificial intelligence to it, and now the sky is the limit. And this is exactly what we are doing today. If you want to imagine what can be done in an airplane, think about automotive, think about the Tesla, right? The Tesla is supposedly driving using cameras. So it collects all this information, understand what's going on, then classify the objects, and in the end drives the car. And this is exactly what we are doing with aerospace today. Now, the first phase of Aperture, after the initial certification, is we are adding the ability to combine all of those images into one presentable camera, a presentable image of video to the pilot. So we're talking about overlaying layers, adding picture in pictures, and in the end delivering this information to the pilot. Now, these are the specifications. The only thing that I want to mention around that is a design assurance level 8 system. And why is that? Because in the end, you're supposed to fly, you're supposed to land, you're supposed to use as a primary display information with what you want to do. Now, thinking about the future, it's exactly about that. It's about classifying objects in the image, knowing that you're going to land on an occupied runway or you're taxiing the wrong way. It's about the ability to detect obstacles, not only from databases like we do today with TAOS, but cameras that are actually looking out there and saying, there is something out there, there is a crane that's not supposed to be there. And it's about the ability to understand what you see in taxi, not only from databases, but also from just the picking what is on the runway, what are the signs, center lines, and on. And obviously, the Holy Grail is about the ability to navigate based on image. So we'll have inertial system, we'll have GNSS system or GPS WAS, and in the end we will have also image-based navigation. And you combine all of them, you have capabilities that are beyond imagination. So the product called Aperture, and we will be glad to discuss more with you. We are at 819. Come see us. Thank you very much for your time.
Good morning. I'm Richard Brinley. I'm with Raptor Scientific, formerly Tesphonics Incorporated. We're exhibiting and presenting today on behalf of our partners at Barfield. Hang on. We're really excited to be introducing our new pedostatic test set that we think is really going to kind of bring us to the next level on the commercial side. The product we're introducing is a 3-channel pedostatic test system, air data test set. It's used so that you can test your smart probe on your aircraft. You can also use it for 2-channel units as well. Our air data test set is built on over 30 years of our previous experience in building these units for military applications. This is kind of our first product that we've launched just for the commercial sector. It's been designed with direct inputs from maintainers and technicians, and it's operated from a rugged and lightweight 7-inch touchscreen display with a really intuitive interface that I'll get into in the next slide. It's also available in a 2-channel or a 3-channel configuration. You can buy a 2-channel unit and upgrade it to a 3-channel easily if you need that functionality in the future. So it's for use with almost all commercial and military aircraft. Features many mechanical safety features for the aircraft and the test set itself. The graphical user interface is really intuitive and super easy to use. Most operators who've had any experience with a pedostatic test set can be up and running with the system in minutes. It's that simple to use. And the unique feature that we have kind of developed is called the aircraft select mode. Can advance. What this mode does is we can preload the test set with virtually any aircraft. We have a database of over 500 aircraft right now and currently adding more to it. It has a graphical representation of the aircraft. We can customize that if you want to put a specific paint scheme on there, or line it up to a specific owner's aircraft. And what that does is when you select the aircraft through this mode, it will set up the box so it will predefine all of the rates and the ranges so that the user or operator cannot exceed those limits and damage the aircraft under test. And then we also provide the test software. It's called Profile Builder with each test set, and that can be used to customize the thing. So say a year after you buy the unit, you can go in there and change any of the settings. You can add additional aircraft. And then uniquely, you can also add test sequences. So each aircraft can have an unlimited number of test sequences. So you can predefine tests that you're going to run, whether it's a leak check or a pedostatic check. And you can do that for each aircraft. So when you load up that aircraft, you can see whatever tests you've preloaded. And it'll run through semi-automated, so you don't have to enter in all of the set points for the test. The remote control unit is operated from Wi-Fi Direct. You can also tether it directly with the hardwire cable that's also included. It includes standard accessories, your pedostatic hose, your 3rd-channel hose, and a ground cable as well. And going to come with a 2-year standard warranty for the first couple years. And then just stop by Barfield booth in 427 if you want to see a demo. We'd be glad to show the unit to you and let you play around with it. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for attending today's opening session and new product introductions, sponsored by GoGo Business Aviation. Training sessions will begin at 1 p.m. Please join us at 5:30 p.m. for the AEA First Nighter event. Thank you and have a great show.
Aero-News Network's coverage of the 66th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from Orlando, Florida, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors.
The future of USB charging power has arrived. Introducing new, ultra-fast charging TA360 USB chargers. Unlock the power of USB Power Delivery PD technology. Max power. Multiple configurations. In-seat cabin, cockpit, and galley USB power. And a direct upgrade for all True Blue Power USB chargers, compatible with any USB electronic device. Easy to install, backed by the best. True Blue Power, the USB experts.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.